Now, this is case number 521 on the calendar in the matter of Beischer versus Schmidt.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat, please.
This used to be your boyfriend. When you were having a lapse in judgment while he was your boyfriend, you co-signed on a credit card for him to buy a dirt bike because he couldn't get it on his own.
Correct.
And the agreement was that he was to make the payments faithfully on that credit card.
That's correct.
He did make payments for a period of time on the credit card, and you separated. But he agreed to continue to make the payments on his bike, which he was using and which he took with him. Correct?
Correct.
Then there came a time that you and your fiancé, this would be fiancé, went to purchase a car, and you found out that your credit was awful. When you checked to ascertain why, according to your complaint, you found out that Mr. Schmidt had not been faithfully making on time the credit card payments on his bike. So what you want now is you want him to pay off that credit card so that hopefully you can get your credit restored.
That's correct.
Mr. Schmidt says that he was paying off the credit card until you slashed his tires.
That's ridiculous.
Shh. So that the fault is really yours for slashing his tires, causing him to lose his job. Have we joined the issue, Mr. Schmidt? Hello? You say in your answer it's really her fault.
Yes, I believe it is.
Perfect. I would like to see the date of the credit card loan and the history of payments.
I have that right here. This only goes back a year. They wouldn't.
Fine.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Schmidt, on what day, sir, do you claim your tires were slashed?
On May 8th of 2006, I had 2 tires on my vehicle that were slashed. And then also again in October of 2006, I had another tire slash on my car.
Just a second. After which incident, sir, did you lose your job?
The second.
So it's really the October of 2006 incident that you claim caused you to lose your job.
Yes.
And fall behind in your payments.
Yes.
So it would be a fair statement, sir, that it wasn't until October of 2006 that you started making either late payments or skipping payments or anything else. Up until that time, they were okay.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Your Honor, can I point something out?
Shh. Maybe, if I need some help. Well, sir, in September of 2006, which was before your tire was slashed, you had a late fee of $39.
Okay.
That's before, right?
Yep.
And in August, which was before your slashed tires, you had a late fee of $39.
That would be after the first.
You just told me, sir, that you didn't lose your job until after the October incident.
Yes, but missing days of work.
No. Baloney. The issue was that after the October incident, you lost your job because of the tire slashing, causing you to fall behind in your payments. And you said to me prior to that time you were on time with your payments. So we now have August and September where you were late. Are you following me, Mr. Schmidt?
Yes, I am.
Who is this?
This is my witness, Jason.
Maybe. Jason. Now we have July. Late, Mr. Schmidt. And how much, sir, were you supposed to pay every month?
It's about $70.
So sometimes you didn't pay at all. And then you sort of doubled up the next month, right?
Yes.
You can't do that. You know you can't do that. Look at what we have here. A June late assessment. And you didn't make a payment. Whole month of June.
Is it possible, though, that me without a vehicle, how is it possible for me to get to work, to make money, to make payments on this?
What are you talking about? Who cares about whether you have a vehicle?
How do you get to work?
I don't care how you get to work. Walk, crawl, get your witness to pick you up. Now, let's go back to before the first incident, Mr. Schmidt, that you allege she slashed your tires, which you have to prove to me anyway. Let's go back to April. Now, even you will know, Mr. Schmidt, that April comes before May,
yes.
Right? How do you account for the late charge in April, Mr. Schmidt?
I don't.
Right. So the cock and bull story that you gave me is just that. You've been making late payments on this loan forever, because we also have one for March. So what do I care how you get to work? How did Abe Lincoln get to school? I'm waiting for an answer.
Walk.
That's what he did. He walked. And you remember from grammar school how many miles he walked to school every day?
No, I don't.
I think it was 5 miles each way, wasn't it, Byrd? I think something like that. 5 miles each way. Do you understand, Mr. Schmidt?
Yes.
When somebody else does a nice thing to you, what you're supposed to do is not be a pig. If you want to, you get the loan totally out of her name, and then if you want to screw up your credit, you do it. But you don't screw up her credit. Now, how much is left on the loan?
The grand total is about $6,700.
Well, the maximum I can award you is $5,000. You understand that? And the check will be directly to the credit card company which holds the loan.
Yeah.
You're still responsible, as is he, for the remainder of it.
Right.
And he's responsible to pay it.
Right.
Who do you work for?
I actually just got a new employment job. It's DeLuca and Tobin. It's a drilling company.
Well, you would have no objection if they deducted the remainder of the balance, anything over $5,000 from your check, would you? Listen to what I just said. You owe the money. You have the dirt bike, don't you?
Yes.
The maximum I can give her is $5,000. That will be made directly to the credit card company. You still owe them about $1,600. Are you prepared to sign an authorization to allow them to take the remainder of the money at periodic payments out of your check?
Yes.
Perfect. We will prepare that order and send it over to the drilling company and any other company that you might work for subsequently. Do you understand?
Yes.
Slash tires. Did you slash his tires in May?
Absolutely
You don't
not.
look like a tire slasher.
No.
You didn't see her slash your tires, did you?
No, I didn't.
Did you?
I did not see her, no.
Step up. Your name?
Jason
Jason what?
Moyer,
How do you know her?
through him.
When was the last time you had any contact with her?
While.
A while is not a month,
Well,
a
I
year.
don't talk to her, but I've seen her around town.
When was the last time you had contact with her?
Last fall, or around there.
Tell me about that contact.
Well,
Look at me.
I was at the bar and I had walked by and
Bar, what bar?
Krieger's possibly.
What do you mean Krieger's possibly?
Well, it was either that bar or another one over there.
What time?
Probably 8 or 9 at night.
What date?
I'm not exactly sure.
What month?
October or November.
You're walking by the bar that you don't know on a date that you don't remember, in a year that perhaps you remember, and tell me what you believe you have that is germane to this case.
Well, I had heard her and her friends laughing about how his tires had been popped.
Yes?
Yeah, so I assumed she had something to do with it.
Oh, well, then you assume. Good. Do you have anything else that's germane to this case?
I did pick him up for work, too, a couple times.
I don't care about that. Sit down. You have anything else on the tire slashing, sir?
I just have a copy of, actually, no, I do not have
Good.
this on
Thank
me.
you very much. Your counterclaim is dismissed. You owe $5,000, and we will prepare an order for the remainder of the $1,600 to be deducted automatically from your check. Forward that to your employer with my love and hugs and kisses. Thank you very
Your
much.
Honor.
Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I hope we have a friendship for my daughter's sake.
I do not know. Hopefully it gets better in time.
Just be a man. Take responsibility for his actions.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of London versus Bell. Step forward.
25-year-old Aaron London is suing his former coworker, Corey Bell, for defaming his character at work. Aaron claims Corey passed around a phony Craigslist ad.
Mr. London, did you and the defendant work in the same company?
Yes, at one point we did.
This is your complaint. You put an ad in Craigslist. I gather you went to school to become a massage therapist?
Yes.
And you put an ad on Craigslist for massages with your picture on it. Does it have your picture?
Yes.
Mr. Bell saw that ad on Craigslist. Is that right, sir?
I did.
And he thought it was really funny that you had posted that ad on Craigslist. So far, am I right?
Yes.
So he circulated it around the office. He sent it to a lot of other people. He thought it was funny, like people send jokes on the computer, and he sent it to a whole lot of other people. So you're suing him for defamation because you were very embarrassed.
Yes.
That's what this is all about. Mr. London, can I see the ad, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So this says, hello, ladies. Imagine casting your eyes upon this gorgeous whatever. It's got pictures of you, right? And it says, massage for big, beautiful women. Reply to personals, it looks like a number at Craigslist.org. And when people reply to this personal, they get you. Is that right?
Well, they get transferred to an email, yeah.
But it's you.
No, not in this particular case. There's a little bit more to the story that hasn't been revealed yet.
Sir, all I want to know is, it comes back to you.
Yes.
Now, is this the same ad that you sent to other people?
Yes.
You didn't modify it in any way?
No, didn't modify
You didn't change it, you didn't add words,
No,
you didn't...
no, I didn't. I just sent the link.
You sent the link and you said, take a look at this.
That's it.
That's not a crime, Mr. London. That's not a crime. That's not a lawsuit.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it.
Well,
though.
give me 30 seconds, sir. That's what happened. You put this
Well-
ad that you didn't want to be circulated among your
No.
office mates. He circulated it among your office mates. If you didn't want it out there, you shouldn't have printed it.
Well, no, that actually isn't what happened. What happened is I work for the bank, and I also have a personal training and massage therapy business, like you said. And another kind of job, side hustle that I do is I write personal ads for Craigslist. Also ads for businesses, whoever needs advertising.
Very nice.
who
I'm
lacks-
not an advertisement for you, sir. So you have a lot of businesses. You
And-
put this on Craigslist.
Yes, technically speaking.
That's what
But
we're here for.
That ad wasn't for me.
Who cares
I
who it
wrote
was
the ad
for?
for somebody else. This
Who cares who it was for? Who cares? He doesn't know that. All he knows is this is the ad that he saw on Craigslist. He had every right to send it to whoever he wanted to send it to.
to my workplace. Well, he doesn't work in the workplace anymore.
I don't care. He could have sent it to the King of Siam. He could have sent it to me. He could have sent it to the President of the United States. He could have sent it to the Vice President of the United States or the Secretary of the Interior. It doesn't make any difference. It's out there in cyberspace. It's open. That's what it is. It's like sending an open letter.
To send it to my job for what? For
Who
laughs?
cares? If you don't want to be embarrassed, you don't put embarrassing things on the internet, Mr. London. If you don't want to be embarrassed, keep your private thoughts to yourself.
But the ad is not mine, is what I'm trying to tell you. Can I actually tell you?
Listen, Mr. London, I understand the nonsense what you wrote in your complaint. You said you were doing an ad for somebody else, and this was just a sample of what the ad would look like. But Mr. Bell doesn't know that because you posted this on Craigslist.
But how does he know I posted it?
It doesn't make any difference whether he knows you posted it or not, sir. It's here. It's out there in the world. Just like he sees it, anybody else can see it. He can send it to whomever he wants to send it. The truth of the matter is, you did post it on Craigslist. Now, did somebody tie you down and take these pictures?
No, those are sample pictures.
Those are pictures that
The
you...
pictures don't even match the ad, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh,
it's
yes,
not
they
even...
do. Oh, yeah, listen, Mr. London, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, sir. This may have aggravated you. It may have upset you. It's a very good lesson. If you want to think privately, you go, I want to take it all in, and this is what I want to do. I want to keep these thoughts to myself. If you want to give massages to big, beautiful women, and that's what you're thinking about, and I'm going to see it, but I'm not going to write it in a letter to my mother or my sister or my boyfriend or my girlfriend. I'm going to keep it to myself. Once you type it in the machine and you write send, it's over. It's out there. It's in Mexico and Burma and Jersey and Brooklyn. It's all over the place. And you can't complain about it if somebody says, this is really funny. I want to send it to everybody that I know who knows this jerk who posted this on Craigslist. So, Mr. London, grow up. You want to keep things to yourself? You want to talk into your pillow. Don't talk into your computer. Case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
We were great friends. I mean, he sat on my couch, he got drunk with me, you know, we hung out together.
Well, it's not necessarily what was posted. It was the intent behind it.
If it was me, my friends would have sent out the same. I would have been embarrassed. Oh, okay, I got busted, I got caught. That's it. He got caught with his pants down.
And now the next case.
All parties in a matter of Powell versus Rust. Step forward, please.
25-year-old Brenda Powell is suing her ex-roommate, Angela Rust, for breaching their rental agreement.
Thank you, Bird.
You're welcome, Judge.
Don't get comfy.
You're not going to be here long?
No.
Okay.
Ms. Powell, this used to be your roommate.
Correct.
How long did you share an apartment together?
It was a period of about 5 months, but it was
Good.
supposed to have been 13.
And then, according to your complaint, owing to problems that were generated by the defendant, you had to move.
I had no choice, yes.
And you moved into another apartment, and the rent on that apartment was more than your half of the rent on the apartment that you shared together. So you want her to pay the difference on your one-bedroom apartment that you have to pay now because she wasn't a good roommate.
Correct.
Good. That's not a case. So, sorry to tell you, we don't do cases like that because it's ridiculous. If you wanted to move back with your mother, you could have done that. Who are you?
Her friend, Natalie.
Natalie, do you have an apartment?
I do.
You could have moved in with Natalie.
No.
In any event, there is no cause of action for paying the difference between the roommate's half and your apartment now. Do you understand? There's no cause of action for that.
Yes, there is. I was forced to move into the one bedroom. My only other option was to break the lease and pay $7,500.
Well, then maybe you should have.
ma'am, I
then maybe you
offered to
should have
help her.
done. I'm speaking. Then maybe you should have done that, and then you might have had a cause of action.
But I wouldn't have had a place to
But you
live.
don't have a cause of action by moving into a one bedroom and asking her to pay the difference. That doesn't happen. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Now, this is case number 543 on the calendar in the matter of Sanchez versus Apodaca.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Sanchez, the defendant was your boyfriend.
Yes.
It is your claim that you made a couple of small loans to him about a year ago.
Yes.
But your real problem is that recently he got angry, a little
Yes.
jealous, and he vandalized a car that he thought was your car that turned out to be a rental car, and you had to pay the deductible on the car.
Yes.
Mr. Apodaca, as far as the loans are concerned, says that these loans were gifts. There was never an anticipation that you were going to be repaid for any of this money that you laid out for him. You were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. And as far as the vandalism to the car, he sort of admits that he did it. But he said you deserved it.
No, do it again if I could.
Okay. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a machinist.
What kind of machines?
Computer program machines?
You work for a company?
Yeah,
How long have you been working for them?
about a year now.
A year ago. Did Miss Sanchez loan you any money?
And she paid a few bills, but
Okay.
they were gifts.
Tell me why she paid a few bills for you.
I lost my job.
Were you living together?
Yes, we were.
Where?
We were living at her mother's house.
So you weren't paying any rent?
Yeah, I was paying rent. Until I
Yeah.
lost my job, of course.
When you lost your job, you weren't paying any rent?
Yeah.
Try yes.
What?
Try yes!
Yes.
Good. Now, what kind of bills did she pay for you?
She paid cell phone bills, a car payment, helped me out with the down payment, but I paid her back for that.
Cell phone bill, a non-essential. I know that you people feel that it's an essential, but the truth of the matter is, we did get along for many, many centuries without cell phones. Put your hand down. How much was the cell phone bill she paid for you?
Well, I have a spending limit on my phone, like $120, and it's never been more than that.
How many months did she pay the cell phone bill for you?
Maybe two months.
How many months did you pay the cell phone bill?
4. I have the bank statements right here to show it.
Good. How much did you pay for a cell phone?
It was a total of $400. I paid 4 payments of $100 apiece.
Okay. What other bills did she pay for you, Mr. Apodaca?
Just car payment, that's it.
One car payment.
One car payment.
And how much was that?
I actually made 2 car payments. I also have that in my bank statements as well.
But I paid her back for that already.
You did?
Yeah, because that was income tax money. I paid her back.
Okay. But you do owe her for your cell phone.
No.
I say you owe her for your cell phone because if you have no job, you don't need a cell phone. Do you
Yeah, but
understand?
she paid it as a gift.
That's why you're here, for me to make that judgment, Mr. Apodaca. This isn't a back and forth, sir. You were living rent-free because you couldn't pay the rent after you lost your job.
She lived rent-free at my house.
Shh. Listen to me, sir. Did you ever pay her cell phone bill?
Bought her a
Now,
$500 phone.
Just, did you ever pay her cell phone bill?
No.
Did you ever pay her insurance bill?
Nope.
Did you ever make a car payment for her?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Just a second. The answer is either yes or no. Listen, try not to be smart with me. You may think you're smart with other people, Mr. Apodaca. I assure you that she found you attractive. I do not. So with me, you're going to play it straight down the middle. I'm going to be respectful to you. You're going to be respectful to me. Do we understand each other, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. On what date did you vandalize her car?
It was February 11th, Your Honor.
Don't interrupt him. I was letting him think.
Sorry.
February 2007.
How did you vandalize her car?
I put 3 bricks through her windows and paintballed her car.
Shh. Excuse me?
I put 3 bricks through her windshield, her rear window, and her driver's side window, and I paintballed her car.
And you did that because you found her involved with another man?
Yeah, she's sleeping with my
Just a
friend.
second, because you found her involved with another man?
Yeah.
Yes. But you were no longer together?
Nope.
How long hadn't you been together?
About a year.
Now, Mr. Apodaca, have you ever been in therapy? Listen to me, I'm being very serious with you, and I don't want to hear anything from you people. Do you understand? If I do, I'm going to empty out the audience. Do you understand? Have you ever been in therapy?
No.
How old are you?
23.
You live at home?
Yeah.
With whom?
With my bandmates.
Okay, but you don't live with family.
No.
I'm going to suggest to you very strongly that if you want to live a happy life, you should get yourself a little therapy.
I am living happy. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Perfectly fine.
Mr. Apodaca, have you ever been arrested?
Yeah.
Were you arrested, Mr. Apodaca, more than once?
Just once.
When?
A week after I paintballed her car, broke her windows.
I'm a lot older than you are. I've never been arrested. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Ever been arrested?
No, ma'am.
Is this your daughter?
No.
Who are you?
I'm my boyfriend's mother, Your Honor.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
Ever been arrested?
No.
See, Mr. Apodaca, there are a lot of people in this room who are a lot older than you are cumulatively.
That's them, not me.
Who've never been arrested. Now, you say you're happy and you're living a wonderful, full life.
Yep.
And I'm suggesting to you, sir, just a friendly suggestion, that anyone who, after a year of not being with someone, has as much anger as you had a year later and vandalized her car in such an aggressive manner has issues that they really should be resolving with a professional. That's my suggestion. It doesn't require an answer. I've given you my reasons. I think that that kind of hostility and aggression after a long period of time is something that should be addressed.
When Seth Apodaca vandalized her car with bricks and a paintball gun.
Now, you had to pay a $500 deductible, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he also owes you for your cell phone bill.
And the car payments, Your Honor, he never paid me back like he said he did.
Well, I'm not sure.
I have an email right here from him that actually has me asking him why he doesn't think he has to pay me back the money, and this is dated back to September.
Oh, I want to see what he
2006.
says.
It's a bit vulgar, Your Honor.
I'd like to see just what his answer is. If you say it acknowledges the debt, I'll be glad to read it.
It starts at the bottom and works its way up.
Madam, he does not acknowledge the 2 car payments. He owes you $900. $500 for the vandalism that he did on the car and $400 for the cell phone. I'm not getting involved in the stereo that you say you sold to him for $200. That's nonsense. That's all. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $900. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She's psycho. She's always causing problems with me, always wanting to fight.
I thought he was a good guy, and the fact that, I thought we were going to be together.
She has my friend. She's living my old life.
But he wasn't.
It was the first time that I had, seen them together.
Can't help what happens. Like, you can't help who you love.
I got angry, knocked on the door, wanted to call him out so I could fight him.
He was there for me when Seth left, when I was pregnant.
He didn't come out, so I got angry and smashed her car windows.
I think it's just like the judge said, he needs a lot of therapy.
When someone breaks up with you, move on with your life. Don't stick around the friends.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Gossett versus Roten. Step forward, please.
20-year-old Andrew Gossett is suing his ex-roommate, Brandon Roten, for breaking their apartment lease. Brandon says he moved out due to a legal dispute with Andrew.
Where do you gentlemen come from?
Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas as well.
Who lost their luggage? You had no clothes?
No clothes, ma'am.
Let me see the outfit that you got yourself put together with. Not bad. Okay, Mr. Gossett, this is what your case is about. You, the defendant, and I think one other young man decided to room together. You signed a lease, and the defendant moved out 4 months prior to the lease terminating. And you have been taking care of his share of the rent for that 4-month period. The defendant says that your actions forced him out of the apartment, and therefore he's not responsible for the rent. When did you sign this lease?
August 29th, 2006.
The third roommate was who?
David.
Where is David now?
He's a full-time grad student at Lawrence. Otherwise, I would have him as a witness.
In Kansas?
In Kansas, yes.
You go to school as well?
Yes, I go to Butler Community College.
And you?
I do as well, Butler Community College.
Are you angry with each other?
We haven't really spoken in the past 4 or 5 months. I have no hostility towards Brandon.
You just want your money? Okay. When did you move out, sir?
I moved out in the last day of October due to certain circumstances and situations.
Okay. So you moved out and there was still 4 months left to go on the lease?
Yes.
And you understand, Mr. Roden, that it is your burden to establish to me that you had just cause to leave. Otherwise, you're really responsible for this money.
Yes, ma'am.
That fair?
I believe so, yes.
Ball's in your court, sir. Let me hear you.
Okay. September 29th of 2006, we were still living at the time with David and Andrew. We were proceeding up to Lawrence to actually check out KU and the nightlife as well.
KU.
Kansas University, I'm sorry. We stopped at a gas station to fill up and get some refreshments. Andrew Gossett actually had placed an alcoholic beverage on the dashboard of the vehicle. There was a park ranger.
You mean a beer?
A beer, yes.
I've heard of that. They did have beer in the Stone Age when I was...
The park ranger proceeded over to investigate the matter, check if we were all 21.
Investigate the beer?
Investigate the beer. He discovered that
Were you driving, sir?
No. They had to search the vehicle because none of us were 21, and they proceeded to find drugs and things of that in the car.
What kind of drugs did they find?
Marijuana.
Anything else?
No, just a bong with it.
What would that be?
Just what you would smoke it out of, I guess. I really don't know the
An
actual
implementation for using the marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
For those of us who may not be educated. So they found marijuana. Where did they find it?
In the glove compartment of the vehicle.
Whose car was it?
The driver that...
Whose car was it?
Not one of ours. It was another friend's.
So what happened?
Well, after that, the cop investigated each one of us, asking questions. Andrew Gossett said that all four of us were responsibility for the marijuana, and the other three of us said no, that was not correct. It was Andrew Gossett's marijuana. That was the dispute between me and him.
Was it your marijuana?
No, ma'am.
Whose was it?
It was collectively kind of an apartment deal. I actually did not bring it into the vehicle. That was proven when this case took place.
So the case was tried?
Yes. And I pled not guilty.
And what happened with it?
I was charged with obstructive possession, which means I was in a vehicle...
Not obstructive. Constructive.
Constructive. All right.
Obstruction means that you were against something. Constructive means that even though it wasn't in your hand, you are charged with possession of it. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Constructive.
And, constructive possession. And that being said, there were 4 people involved.
Could you get to the bottom line?
Yes. When we all got out of the vehicle.
Were you convicted?
Yes, I was convicted.
Perfect. Were you convicted?
No.
How many people in the vehicle were convicted?
1.
Did you go to trial?
Yes, I did. I testified against him.
You testified against Mr. Gossett?
Yes, ma'am.
That might make it tacky to live together after that.
My 2 other witnesses actually testified for me and under oath. When they made their testament to the police officer, they might have said it was mine, but all 4 of us were smoking it.
Well, you weren't all smoking it in the car, were you? You were?
Yeah.
So he didn't just find an open beer can in the car. The officer must have smelled this marijuana if you were all smoking in the car. Mr. Gossett, of all the people, you were the only one convicted, and I gather you were convicted on the testimony of Mr. Roten.
Yes.
You would agree that that might make it sort of tacky to share a room with him, right?
Yes. But he did move out before we even went to trial. Trial didn't happen until a matter of a month ago, so.
Well, but he moved out because there was going to be a trial, and he was being...
he moved out because he got his girlfriend pregnant.
Oh.
Well, somebody was actually responsible.
Just a second. When did you first, Mr. Roten, speak to the district attorney about testifying at the trial?
I believe it was December 31st, and then I actually went and testified February 12th.
But you moved out, sir, in October.
Yes.
So you didn't move out because of this. You moved out because of your girlfriend.
No, I moved out because there was a lot of tension between me and Andrew because he was actually making threats that he was the only one that got arrested and he's taking everybody down.
That's incorrect. I was not hostile at all towards Brandon. I understood the matter at the time.
Well, tell me,
he even
Mr.
helped bail me out, so I did
Mr.
appreciate
Gossett,
that.
Tell me, sir, about the situation when Mr. Roten moved out in October.
All right, Brandon is very close with his family. I respect that. He was 18 at the time. He was not guided in the way of living on his own. I priorly lived at 2 apartments. You know,
there's no such word as priorly.
Okay, yeah, I just made that up.
I know.
And I kind of noticed some instability after a month, which, you know, made kind of my relationship and his, that there was tension between us.
What efforts did you make, Mr. Roten, to get another roommate?
I had actually been contacted with one of my friends acknowledging that I want to move in for you. I need a place, and I don't want you responsible for the rent. His name is Daniel.
Did Daniel move in?
Daniel did actually move in as a guest for a matter of, I think, maybe 11 days to 2 weeks. And he actually owes me money now, too, for rent as well. And
so he didn't pay rent?
No, he didn't.
I have checks saying
he paid a portion of 1 month's rent and then...
Paid a portion of 1 month's rent?
Yeah.
That didn't work out. Did you know Daniel left?
No, I did not.
Did you advise him that Daniel left?
No, because at the time I had no contact with Brandon.
Well, how do you know Mr. Roten was aware of the fact that Daniel left? He found
because
another
I think
roommate.
Daniel and him have excellent communication in comparison with me and
Well,
Dan.
you don't know that, sir.
I know.
You know that. That's a problem. You see, I believe Mr. Roten had the obligation to help find a new roommate.
And in reality, he did not find the roommate. I did come to Daniel because Daniel got evicted from his previous lease.
So you did find another roommate?
Yeah, I found him, but he did not stay for long. He had been evicted from his prior lease. The bills added up and Daniel couldn't afford it. He came to his grandma paid. I mean, the bank account is through his grandma, the check that was written to me.
So you picked a bad roommate.
Exactly.
Well, then, Mr. Gossett,
where...
Mr. Gossett, if you picked a bad roommate, you cannot visit that on Mr. Roten. You see, if he left and you substituted another roommate that you thought would cover his portion of the rent, and you picked somebody that you knew was financially unstable, you see, the only thing that Mr. Roten had to do, if you didn't do it, was to find someone else. He absolutely had to, under the circumstances, because I think that this tension, some of it had to do with this, and some of it had to do with the fact that you, is this your girlfriend?
Yes, it is.
Well,
fiance, actually, now.
Fiance. You are affianced? I've always wanted to use that word. Are you living at home?
No, I own my own house now.
Great. Who pays for it?
Me.
From what?
From my job.
Good. Do you have any other roommate in your house now?
I don't live there anymore. I live in an apartment with my girlfriend.
When did you move out?
When the lease was up.
What about the other roommate that you had?
Dave made it aware to me that he was going to be entering graduate school. He left for Lawrence, I think, a month and a half before our lease was up, but he did make arrangements to find a roommate, and that roommate worked out great. So
Great.
to cover
well, you
his
made
portion.
arrangements to find Daniel, but Daniel didn't work out great.
But see, Daniel had actually lived with me 6 months before at an apartment, and he made all his bills, paid everything on time, was great
You
with that.
just told me that Daniel moved in because he had financial problems.
No, Daniel moved in because his lease was broke. Like, he got evicted.
You just told me that. You just finished telling me that, Mr. Gossett, that Daniel moved in because he had some financial problems because he got evicted. You don't evict a good tenant.
No, it wasn't financial problems. It was actually like gang violence or something.
You just
Some
told me
people
it had to
broke
do with
into
his
it.
grandmother's bank account,
No,
Mr.
no,
Gossett. You keep
his
talking.
grandmother pays for everything.
Yeah, okay.
He has
Mr. Gossett, you picked a bad third roommate. It was really his responsibility to choose somebody, but if you chose somebody and that didn't work out, you cannot visit that on Mr. Roten. Your case is dismissed. Are you happy now? Are you happy where you are?
No.
You're not happy where you are?
Oh, I'm happy where I am now, yes.
Are you happy where you are?
Yes, ma'am.
Go back to Kansas.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Me being a college student, a hard worker, I pay all my bills on my own.
Yeah, this is case number 561 on the calendar in the matter of Paust versus Cabradilla Sarbacher. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
What's your last name?
Sarbacher.
This is your fiancé.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes. Correct.
Why don't you sit down?
Okay.
This used to be your husband.
Yes, ma'am.
You have children together?
One child.
How old?
She'll be 6 in June.
Do you see her?
Once in a while.
How long is once in a while? Once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks?
Once every other weekend and twice a week.
Good. You support her?
Yeah.
Send support?
Yes.
Does he send some support?
No, ma'am. Actually, he has a contempt order against him next month because he hasn't paid his child support since May of last year.
Which I have paid with our tax return, you mean?
Well, you're not supposed to let it go. You're supposed to pay every week. That's when a child eats. Daily.
Yes. There's been a recent hardship in our family.
Like what?
A new child.
That's not a hardship.
And moving.
That's not a hardship.
Okay.
A new child is not a hardship. You take on the responsibility of a new child, understanding that you have a prior responsibility to other children that you made. Sir.
Yes.
So that's not a hardship. Hardship is when somebody has a terminal illness and you have to spend money on that. That's a hardship. New child and a move is not a hardship. Should have paid your child support. There's no excuse for not paying your child support. This is my problem with your case, which I'll explain to Byrd because I know he's fascinated. You two have been divorced for how long?
3 years.
When Mr. Paust left, he left an old trunk. The trunk belonged to his grandfather. World War II trunk. He didn't take it with him. He left it on the porch. So she kept the trunk. They're divorced. Nobody's asking for the trunk. Nothing. All of a sudden, they have a new baby, and they think it's really nice thing if they redid this trunk for the new baby. So he says to her, I want the trunk back. Where's the trunk? She says, I gave it to my fiancé. That's why I told him to sit down, because he's irrelevant to this whole process. You live with him?
I do now.
So the trunk is in your house?
At this time, yes.
Right.
When I gave it to him, he wasn't living.
I don't care.
Okay.
So the question is, does he have any claim over this trunk that he abandoned 3 years ago? Are you going to explain to me, sir, why you believe you have a claim to this trunk that clearly you left 3 years ago?
Actually, I didn't abandon it. I took all my belongings over to my father's house, and I thought that was in there with it, and apparently it wasn't. Ms. Cabardilla stated that she had it. She would clean it out and return it to me.
When?
And this was about a month ago.
Just a second. I'm not talking about a month ago. I'm talking about 3 years ago that you moved and you didn't have it with you. So evidently you didn't have any need for it for 3 years.
Correct.
And when you started looking for it, you said, where could it be?
Yeah.
Can I say something?
What?
It was actually almost 5 years ago. It was 2002. And yes, all of his stuff was on the porch. He took what he wanted and left the rest for me to clean up.
So it was 2002, so it was 5 years ago.
Correct. And
Listen,
just recently...
grow up. Grow up.
And just recently...
Grow up.
It wasn't him asking...
If she had thrown it in the garbage...
I would have taken that as an answer.
Well, she didn't throw it in the garbage, and she's not happy with you because you had all these emergencies in your life when you weren't paying child support.
She stated she'd clean it out and return it to me. That was my assumption.
Well, that was a month ago. She changed her mind.
And actually, that's...
Shh. She changed her mind a month ago. Now, let me just tell you this. This trunk has no sentimental value for you.
That's correct, ma'am.
It has some sentimental value for him. And you do have a child together. So what I'm saying to you is, it would be a nice thing, and I don't care about the fiancé. I find him, in this whole case, totally irrelevant, which is why I told him to sit down. Because if he was to say to me, she gave me the trunk and he's not getting it back because it was made to me as a gift, and I don't care what happens, whether it creates friction between them, whether the child's going to suffer or anything else, I want my trunk, I would have no use for him. Now, I've spoken to you for a relatively short period of time. You look like a nice lady, and you sound like a nice lady. And I don't think that you would pick a guy who was so nasty. No. So I don't even want to hear from him. It all has to do with the two of you. I would never award him this trunk because he abandoned it 5 years ago. All I'm saying to you is, like it or not, you married him, you had a child with him.
Can I say something about that, Your Honor?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm not finished. So if you want to keep things peaceful, and since you have no sentimental value attached to this trunk, I think you should give it back to him. But that's just my opinion as a human being, not as a judge. Because my opinion as a judge is he abandoned the property 5 years ago and he can't all of a sudden have an awakening like Rip Van Winkle. Now you can say what you want to say.
I do agree with that, but on the other note, her using this trunk as a vendetta against me to basically not see my child and out of jealousy to not pay my child support. They're moving to Colorado come in August, and I won't be able to see my daughter, and I think some of this stipulates from that.
Just a second. Did you give him permission to move?
No, I didn't.
Go to court.
I did, and I'm going to trial pretty soon for that.
Fine. Good. That's what you should do. Because if you've been seeing your child regularly, there is no basis for a move unless somebody has a health reason or something. And the fact that fiancé may have a job someplace else is irrelevant. That's if I were a family court judge hearing your case. If, however, you have not seen that child regularly, when I say regularly, every time you're supposed to, unless you're sick or something, and if you have not paid your child support because you've moved on with another family, then I would say, go, be happy, and you want to see your daughter? Take a plane and go.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Would you have said either of the two stupid things that he just said?
Probably not.
Because they sounded
silly.
And you don't want to be with a silly man, do you?
And later today.
This is your mom?
Yes.
So glad that you brought them. You know why I'm glad that you brought them, Miss Jackson? Why is that? Because he...
Clayton Powell says ex-wife Melissa Cabardilla owes for the return of a World War II trunk. Melissa says Clayton abandoned the property.
Now, whether they're using the trunk as a vendetta or not has nothing to do with the fact, sir, that you abandoned it 5 years ago.
Okay.
Would I give it back to him? Probably. What do you want?
I just wanted to state the trunk is not used. We would have got rid of it.
Just a second. Don't talk to me sitting down.
Oh, I apologize. No, I said the reason it's been kept and not thrown away is because it is Susan's baby items are kept in the trunk, and that's just the safe place to keep it. We don't want to take them out and get them damaged, and so that's why.
Get a plastic container and put the stuff in plastic containers. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I'm talking about keeping a mother and a father of a child not at odds with each other over a piece of property that bears no sentimental value to you, giving it back to him, removing this irritant. And you're talking to me about storing baby clothes? Sit down.
All right. Well, I did offer to sell it to him if he wanted it.
He's not a genius. I wouldn't follow him across the country.
It's actually my job.
Listen to me. Is it your job?
Right.
I wouldn't take him with me. There's something not clever about him. He doesn't get. I know that you get what I just said to you. Would you have said either of the two stupid things that he just said? That you're using it for storage is one, and that you don't want the stuff destroyed so that you can't put it anyplace else. And two, that he offered to sell it. So he clearly wasn't listening to what I said. Would you have said either one of those stupid things?
Well, it was to...
No. Would you have said to me in court?
Probably not.
And you wouldn't have said them in court because they sounded...
Silly.
Silly. Right.
Sorry.
Right. And you don't want to be with a silly man, do you? You already picked one guy who's not so swift. You want to pick a second one? I would think twice about it. In any event, I'm not awarding you the trunk, sir, because you're not entitled to it. You abandoned it. I will, however, say to your ex-wife that if I were her, I would say, you know what? I'm going to have to be attached to him for the next 12 years at least while my child is a minor. Give him back the trunk. Remove this piece of stuff that's in our lives, and we're going to move on. Where are you supposed to move to?
Colorado Springs.
You have any family there?
Friends.
That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The divorce decree stated it was mine. He abandoned it 5 years ago.
That's my grandfather's. He had it from World War II, and basically that's why I wanted it back. Sentimental mostly.
We would have liked it back because it is sentimental value.
It's actually Greg's trunk. I gave it to him before we were even seriously dating.
They want it that bad that they can come up with $100.
I'll try and come up with it just to see what happens.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Paradeza versus McQuay Jackson, step forward, please.
18-year-old Jenny Paradeza is suing schoolmates Samuel and Stephen McQuay and their mother, Evelyn Jackson. Jenny claims the boys stole her school backpack.
You can sit down.
Thank you.
Ms. Paradeza.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're a high school student?
Yes, that's correct.
According to your complaint, you had some trouble with your car one day in school, and security guard was helping you out, getting it started, and you put your book bag and your valuables down on the ground.
Yeah.
And your property was stolen. And it is your claim that the defendants and others were responsible for taking your property, and you want the value of the property that was taken and a little bit extra to punish them.
Correct.
The defendants, while they acknowledge that they were there, say that they didn't take the property and they're not responsible. When was your property taken?
It was October 3rd.
And it was at the school?
It was during lunch.
And where had you left your book bag?
It was on the sidewalk in our parking lot.
Why didn't you take the book bag and put it in your car?
Well, after I figured out that my car wasn't starting, I panicked, so I put my stuff on the floor. I wasn't even
Well, I
thinking
understand
about
that you put your stuff on the floor. It would have been smarter to take your stuff instead of putting it on the floor,
Yeah,
putting it in your car,
Mhm.
right? Okay. Now, when did you find that it was missing?
After I turned off my engine, I went back and looked on the sidewalk, and it wasn't there.
Good.
And
Now,
then-
what makes you believe that these two young men had anything to do with taking
Well,
your bag?
After I had told the security guard that my stuff was stolen, they took me back to their office, and we went over the surveillance cameras that are in the parking lot, and it showed my backpack on the floor, and then it showed that after the boys had passed my backpack, it was gone.
And these two boys were in that group?
Yes, they were.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Gentlemen,
Yes, ma'am.
what's your name?
Sam McQuay, Jr., Stephen McQuay.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Better. Who was with you that day when you passed this backpack?
My friend Jonte and Antoine and Eric.
Who took the bag?
My friend Antoine.
And what did he do with the bag after he took it?
He ran to the second floor to the bathroom.
How do you know that?
Because I was right outside the bathroom when he took it.
Who else was outside the bathroom door?
Me and my brother.
So you were looking out?
No.
You were the
No, Your Honor.
lookouts?
No.
How big is the school? How big is the school?
Big.
How many floors?
3.
And how many rooms on each floor?
Don't know.
How many kids go to the school?
Don't know.
More than 500?
Yes, Your Honor.
So there are lots of classrooms. So you mean it's just coincidental that after Antoine took the bag and went to the bathroom, you happened to be standing outside the same bathroom?
I was with him when he took the backpack, then we went to the second floor together.
Good. We took the backpack. He physically had the backpack, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But the word that you used was we. We took the backpack. Isn't that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
This is your mom?
Yes.
So glad that you brought them. You know why I'm glad that you brought them, Miss Jackson?
Why is that?
Because he actually thought that he was going to be able to fool me. He actually did.
No, I didn't, actually.
Well, I read your answer, and your answer said you didn't have anything to do with this.
I didn't. I was with my friends at the time.
No, you just said to me, we took the backpack, and then we went to the second floor. You and your brother stood outside the bathroom door, acting, now I'm going to use the word, because you didn't, look out. Now, in a school where there are probably 1,000 students, 3 floors, the fact that you serendipitously wound up standing outside the bathroom door while your friend Antoine and Jonte were inside going through the backpack is something that I don't buy. It wasn't an accident that you were outside the bathroom making sure nobody was coming in while they were rummaging through her backpack. It was an on purpose. So it doesn't make any difference who it was that actually had their hand on the backpack. You were all involved in taking it and making sure that the rightful owner didn't get it back. That's what it means when you act as a lookout.
We weren't looking out, Your Honor. We was talking to some friends. We weren't looking out. We didn't have
Just talking to some friends outside the same bathroom where Antoine was going through the backpack.
because that's where they were.
Just listen to my statement, sir. Just coincidentally, you went from the street where Antoine took the backpack, followed him to the bathroom. He went into the bathroom to check out the backpack. And you were standing outside talking to some friends. It would seem to me if you had nothing to do with this taking of the backpack, you would want to get as far away from Antoine as possible.
And that's exactly why we went to the gym.
No, your brother just told me you were standing outside the bathroom.
After we were standing at the bathroom for a minute, we went to the gym. And then they left out and went to the lunchroom.
How do you know they left and went to the lunchroom?
Because we seen them that day, after that day.
No. Let's see what you say here. Let's see what you say here. Sam. Who's Sam?
That's me.
That would be you. I followed the guys all the way up to the second floor hallway. The other kids took the bag in the bathroom. My brother and I stayed in the hall near the bathroom only because we ran into a friend. The kids came out of the bathroom with an identification card and the backpack and threw it in the trash. No one had any money. That's not we just stayed there and then we went out and we didn't see them come out of the bathroom. We just found out about it in the lunchroom. You say, Sam, that you saw them come out of the bathroom with an identification card and the backpack and threw it in the trash. Were you lying here?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little different story than you just told me, young man. You think you're smarter than I am? Never in your life. Never in your life. If you live to be 104, will you be smarter than I am this day?
I will. Maybe so, Your Honor.
You will?
Yes. Maybe so.
Never happen. Never.
How would you know?
Because you're there and I'm here. That's how I know.
That's what you think.
That's how. Because you're there and I'm here. That's because in 5 minutes I was able to catch you so far in 2 lies. Not 1, but 2.
Tell me those 2 lies.
Listen, it's not my job to tell you. I'll give you a copy of the tape, sir. You can go home and watch it yourself. Then you can kick yourself in the behind with your own foot. You're responsible, just as if you took the backpack.
Okay.
You are responsible for standing outside that bathroom and acting as a lookout while your friends rummaged through it. And if they had come up with a whole bunch of money, they would have given you some of it.
The point is, Your Honor, we didn't take nothing.
I'm not speaking to you. Close your mouth until I talk to you. How much was your backpack worth?
Well, everything that was stolen was about $750.
Like what? Give me what was stolen.
My wallet.
What was in your wallet?
It was $50.
Okay.
I had to replace all my IDs. I had gift cards in there, my earpiece, and a calculator.
There was no earpiece in there, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. Judging for the plaintiff for the amount of $500. That's what I think it's worth, madam. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. On the calendar in the matter of Lee versus Kearney Yawan. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
Miss Lee, according to your complaint, the defendant was living in your home. You were living there with a friend of yours, and he was the friend's boyfriend. Is that right?
Yes.
And you claim that he started a fire in your home, caused substantial amount of damage. You want him to pay for all of the damage. The defendant's answer indicates that, well, it was an accident. And two, he fixed a lot of the damage, and there should not be anything that requires any professional attention. Is that right, sir?
That's right.
Okay. When did this happen?
Well, it took place around February of 2000. It was close to midnight, where he had apparently started the fire by himself. And somehow he had used kerosene, and it got out of hand. He left a trail of kerosene from the front door to the fireplace. So when he started to light the fire, it trailed back, of course, to the front door on the hardwood floor as well.
You have pictures of the damage?
Yes, I do.
Were you in the house at the time?
Yes, I was.
The fire was extinguished so that nobody was hurt?
Correct.
Fortunately.
Fortunately,
okay.
Yes.
What's this dollar bill doing on your floor?
Oh, I had a friend took that, and he just put the dollar bill there just to focus in on the area.
I see. I assume that's the ceiling, smoke on the ceiling?
Correct.
Okay. Why did you light a fire with kerosene?
Well,
Oh, no, well, over here.
Okay.
Well is not an answer.
That's actually the part that is not true. I didn't try to lit up the fireplace with the kerosene.
How did you light the fire?
Well, okay, the truth is that I think it's about on June last year, and it's not on February.
You needed a fire in June?
Yeah.
Was it very cold?
June 31st, yeah.
It was very cold. Where do you live?
In Seattle.
Even in Seattle, it's cold enough in the summertime that you have to light a fire?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it can get really cold, yeah. And I noticed at that time also it was raining outside.
What time of the day or evening did you light this fire?
Well, that's the thing that I'm not quite sure also. I've already totally forgot about this whole incident.
How many fires have you lit in your life that caused damage?
Yeah, that's...
How many is my question.
This is the first time.
Then I would remember it. Do you understand? You almost burned the house down.
Yes.
How did it happen?
Okay, I
Do you
have a
remember
drink.
how it happened,
Yes,
sir?
I remember.
You remember clearly how it happened?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So at that time that it was late at night, and then I was setting up the fireplace, and then after that I go make myself a drink.
What time were you setting up the fireplace?
It's probably around 10 o'clock.
Didn't you have to get up early in the morning?
Yes, I do. Because that I'm thinking that I was just going to set up the fireplace for about an hour, and then after that I will
No, slowly, sir.
extinguish it.
You thought you were setting up the fireplace and what?
For about only an hour.
Fires don't last for only an hour.
Yeah, but I decided that later on I will just extinguish it myself and then go to bed because I have to work in the morning.
How'd the fire start?
Okay, like I said, that when I get up and then try to make a drink, I have this vodka on my hand, and then I lit up the fire. I didn't use any kerosene or anything. It was a dry wood, so I just started up the fire right away. And then approximately after about 15 minutes or so, I decided I need to go to the restroom. So I go to the fireplace, then put more wood into the fireplace. And then at that time, I put the glass with the vodka in front of the fireplace. And then I just totally forgot because that is not dangerous.
Had a little too much vodka.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
Had a little too much vodka.
Yes.
There you go. I knew we were going to find the answer, sir, if we just kept going. So it wasn't an accident. It wasn't on purpose. It was caused by you having a little too much Stoli or whatever you were drinking.
That's right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you have to take care of the damage. Now, what did you do to take care of the damage?
Well, the next morning that I told...
Fire department came?
No.
it didn't. Even though the fire alarm went off because of that.
No fireman came?
No. Your Honor, my son, the fireplace was about 10 feet away from his front bedroom door. And when he heard the alarm went off, he quickly went out. He went to the front yard, took the hose, and came in and hosed it down and extinguished it.
There was damage. Damage to the floors, damage to the door, damage to walls, you know, soot. What did you do to fix all that?
Well, I told my ex-girlfriend that I feel responsible for setting up the fire, causing the fire.
Of course.
Yeah.
You are responsible.
And then I feel bad about it, and then I'm going to fix it. So the next morning, I didn't go to work, and then I start from the painting the front door because it got the smoke stain on that front door. And also after that, I also fixed the hardwood floor just by sanding it, and then.
Did you buy a sander?
No, just like the sandpaper.
That's not the way you fix a floor, sir. You don't take a little piece of sandpaper and just go over areas. You got to do the whole floor.
Yeah, that's the thing is that because I noticed that only like there's like a small black stain on that hardwood floor caused by that fire.
So you just took a little piece of sandpaper and went over it.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you do?
And I also paint the ceiling, not the ceiling, but the wallpaper.
You painted over a wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. Only on the portion that got the smoke.
You're not a decorator, are you, by profession? Huh?
No.
I didn't think so. So that's what you did. You painted over the wallpaper, you took a little piece of sandpaper and you went over the floor in certain spots, right?
Yeah.
And you painted over the front door. Now, before you painted over the front door, what did you do to get off the soot and the smoke and where it had been charred? Did you sand it down? Did you remove all the paint?
No, I didn't.
You just smeared a coat of paint over it.
That's right. I'm not a handyman, so.
When you cause damage to somebody else's property, sir, you may not be a handyman, but if you cause the damage, then you're supposed to get a professional to take care of it. You're not supposed to do it yourself. Let me see estimates of your damage. Do you have homeowners insurance?
Well, Your Honor...
Well is not an answer. My question is, did you have homeowners insurance? Why not?
At the time, I was changing insurance companies, and the 2 weeks had lapsed, and this incident took place during that 2 weeks.
Is this your own home?
Yes.
I want to see proof that you didn't have insurance. I want to see proof of that, because you're not going to collect twice. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
I'm really smart.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Victoria Lee says her friend's ex-boyfriend, Kiet Kurniawan, damaged her home when he started a fire with kerosene. Kiet says the damage occurred because he left his vodka next to the fireplace.
Now, we're going to bring me something from your insurance company indicating a lapse in coverage at a particular time. Do you have that information?
Yes, Your Honor. I managed to get a letter from the insurance company, as well as a copy of my current insurance, which will show that I started a new insurance as of July 13th, 2000.
And that's in Seattle, Washington?
Yes.
When did you purchase the home?
January of 2000.
How much did you purchase it for?
$240.
You have a mortgage?
Yes, I do.
What's the mortgage?
$189.
If you have a mortgage, you have to have insurance.
Yes.
The lender requires that you have insurance, and if you don't have insurance, they get insurance for you. So if you had to show proof at the closing that you had insurance, everybody knows that. What kind of business are you in?
I'm a mortgage consultant.
You got it. Do we understand each other?
Yes, Your Honor. But my home had closed in January, beginning of January, and then I had wanted to switch insurance company after it had closed. And I was hoping that the lender would not find out, which they didn't. So I did go ahead and get insurance with a different company as of July the 13th.
So what you're telling me is you fraudulently misrepresented to your lender that your premises was insured. Is that right?
No, it was insured at the time of the closing, Your Honor.
Well, at the time of the closing in January, if it was insured in January, it would have been insured in February, when you say the fire took place.
I wanted to change insurance company, so I had canceled it.
Well, that's not his problem. He had an accident in your house. If you had insurance, which you should have had, then you would have been totally covered. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I fixed it. And I actually told my ex-girlfriend that I will fix it.
Don't you let your insurance lapse.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Brewer versus Oldham, step forward, please.
38-year-old woodworker Karen Brewer is suing 28-year-old grocery manager Johnny Oldham for reward money that was promised for finding his toy poodle.
Miss Brewer, according to your complaint, you found a dog that turned out to be the defendant's dog. The dog was returned to the defendant, and you believe that there had been a reward for the dog, $500, I believe. You want the reward money.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you find this dog?
My daughter and I was coming back from Little Rock, and we found it on June the 24th. It was dodging cars across the interstate, and we saw it, and we stopped, and we picked it up, and we had called the number that was on the tag, which was his phone number and the veterinarian's number. Was unable to reach anybody, so the following day...
What day of the week was the 24th of June?
It was on Sunday.
Okay, go ahead.
On the 25th, I had called the vet and reported that I found the dog and where, and left my name and phone number with them.
Did you speak to a person or an answering machine?
I spoke to the person.
Okay.
Later Monday night, the dog was having seizures. So I called the vet the following next day to see if they were able to locate him, and they still didn't. And I had continued to keep calling his home because they gave me his name and his address and everything.
Did you do anything for the dog when the dog was having seizures?
I just did what the veterinarian said, just stay with them and talk to them and just be there with them.
What kind of dog was it?
It's a poodle.
You have any animals of your own?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What kind of animals?
I have Chihuahuas and a Basset Hound.
So you have small ones and then one short one, but long.
Short and
long. Heavy.
Big ears.
Big ears. Go ahead.
I continued to keep calling all week, and we finally got a hold of him on Friday, or to his wife.
Almost a week later.
Yes,
found the dog on a Sunday. The following Friday, you got in touch with him. Okay, you spoke to his wife.
I had spoken to his wife, told her my name and phone number, and that I had found the dog and where, gave her my address for them to come pick it up. And she had told me about a reward money.
Where's your wife?
She's at home with our children.
Go ahead.
I didn't even know anything about the reward money. His wife had told me, and she said that they have not told their kids because they didn't know what to say to their kids.
Did she say she was paying the reward money?
No, ma'am. She said that a kennel was.
So who came to pick up the dog?
He did about an hour later.
And you gave him the dog?
I gave him the dog.
Did you have a discussion with him about this reward money?
He told me that he had talked to the kennel, and the reward money still stood since I had found the dog, and he's going to make sure I got the reward money.
That's what he said to you?
That's not what
Shh, just a second. That's what he said to you?
That's exactly what he said in front of my daughter and my son and nephews.
Okay. And you never got the reward money?
No, ma'am. He went and picked it up.
Okay. Now, Mr. Oldham.
Yes, ma'am.
I gather that you were on vacation, which is why the dog was kennelled, according to what I read in your papers.
Yes, it was.
When did you go on vacation?
I left on a Saturday afternoon.
And how long were you and your family away?
Till Thursday afternoon.
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry, we got back on a Friday. I apologize.
Good. Now, during the time you were away on vacation, you had no idea that this dog that you had put in a kennel...
No.
Right? Let me finish my question, then you can say no. While you were away for that week, you had no information that your dog that you had placed in a kennel had somehow gotten loose, escaped, been lost. Is that right?
That's right.
So you get home Friday, and you get a call from the plaintiff.
Yes, ma'am.
Who told you she had your dog.
Yes, ma'am.
And you went and got your dog.
That's not exactly how the events took place.
Well, tell me how they took place.
Okay, we got back home that afternoon, and my mother-in-law called me, first of all, and told me that the dog had been stolen from the kennels. She said she didn't call us when we were on vacation because she didn't want us to bother us while we were on vacation. There was nothing we could have done anyway.
Good idea. See how smart your mother-in-law is?
Very smart. Very smart.
Good.
So we directly after that, we called the kennels, and my wife talked to her, and my wife lost it. She was bawling, and I got on the phone, and I told her, I said, how can you tell me that my dog was stolen and it was the only dog stolen? She said, well, it was, and I told her I was be right there. I went down there to talk to her person to person.
Now, the kennel and your vet are two different people, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. So you went down, you spoke to the kennel people. What happened next?
Well, she called 5 minutes after I got off the phone.
Fine, so that's what I said before.
I'm
She
sorry.
called you.
She called me 5 minutes after I got off the phone with the kennels.
Did you ever call your vet?
Yes.
Pay careful attention to what I'm asking you. When you called your vet, did your vet advise you that they had received a telephone call days before from the plaintiff?
No.
Did you ask them?
Yes.
And what did they say?
They said they received a telephone call from her asking about our dog.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, sir. I'm not playing with you.
I'm sorry.
They received a telephone call from the plaintiff days before.
Yes, ma'am.
saying, I found this dog. Here is the tag number.
No, ma'am. They called. She said that the information that they asked was they wanted to know about the dog. They wanted to know information about my dog. They did not tell her that they'd found my dog. They said they wanted to know information about my dog because it had seizures.
Oh, I don't think that that's true, Mr. Oldman. I think you're making that up, sir.
I've got a letter from the veterinarian.
I don't think that that's true, sir. Mr. Oldham.
I've got a letter from the veterinarian also.
Yeah, I'd like to see both letters.
It's just showing my dog.
Shh. All right. This is a letter dated July 27th. Just saved me a phone call because I'm not stupid. This is what he's going to tell me if I call. I had a phone conversation about a month ago with a lady who had found a poodle on Interstate 30. She was attempting to find the owner of the dog and reported that the dog had seizures. The dog had been vaccinated at our clinic, and she had obtained the name and phone number of the owner and stated that she attempted to contact him. This is from your vet.
Okay. Right. Yes, ma'am.
Ah. Now, did the kennel pay you any money?
Yes, ma'am, she did.
How much money did the kennel pay you?
She gave me $500 for her irresponsibility and compensation.
Baloney! I absolutely believe the plaintiff when she said to me that she was told there was a reward. Not a reward that you were going to pay for the dog, but a reward that the kennel was offering for the dog.
No, ma'am. I mean,
no, ma'am.
I went up there to get my dog from the kennels.
Yeah.
After I got it, it was infested with fleas. I took it to the kennels and I said, would you please dip it? It's infested with fleas. The conversation we had between her was that we believed that she had something to do with the stealing of my dog.
I want to tell you something, Mr. Oldham. There is something wrong with your mind. Why would somebody who stole your dog call the vet, report that she had found this dog, say, I don't understand that the dog has seizures. Could you help me out? I don't know what to do with the dog has seizures. Then pick up the phone and try to call you. Now, there's no question she had been trying to call you continuously because she called you on the day you returned from vacation. You think that that was just an act of God that she called you just on that day? She had been calling you continuously all week. What you did was the wrong thing. You should have paid her yourself for finding your dog. Instead, the kennel, who was responsible for lax security, offered a reward. She found the dog. She wasn't even looking for the reward. She wasn't. She was promised the reward because she was told that there was a reward. And then you went, picked up the money, and kept it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500. Thank you.
Out of Thomas versus Thomas. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Thomas, the defendant is your former husband, and according to your complaint, he purposefully vandalized your car. When did he do this?
August the 5th.
Where were you?
When the incident happened,
yes.
I was at his mother's house.
Did he live there as well?
Yes, he does live there.
When were you divorced?
We are not divorced legally.
Because in your complaint you say, my ex-husband, so he is not your ex-husband, he is your husband.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have children?
Yes, we do.
How many children do you have? Two?
2 boys.
And you maintain a reasonable relationship with his family?
Somewhat.
What were you doing at his house?
His sister called me that morning to come over.
For what?
We was friends. Me and his sister was good friends. She had called me. Previous to that, me and Marcus was on the phone, had an heated argument over the phone.
What'd you have an argument with him about?
The kids, as usual. The children. We argued because I seen the kids with his father the day before that, and I didn't like the way that they had looked, what they had on. And so when I called him up, I know how we can't really get along. So I said, before you get mad or anything like that, you know how I am, before we argue, you know, I just want to ask you a question. And that's exactly what I did. I said, well, how come the kids, when I went to go see the kids, they had on clothes that was too small, their hair wasn't combed, and, you know.
Who has custody of the children?
I do.
So they were visiting with him?
They were visiting with their dad.
Take your hands out of your pockets. Okay, so you had a fight about that.
So we got into an argument about that.
And then the next day his sister called and said, come on over.
His sister called and said, come on over. I came over there. Marcus comes walking through the door, and I was sitting down. He came over to me and walked over. What's up, B? I'm not going to say the word, what's up, B? I was still sitting there. He wasn't looking at me when he said it. So I wasn't, you know, I'm like, well, I know he's not talking to me. He comes over again. I said, what's up, B? So I stands up. I was like, you're a B. So he gets done yelling. He goes outside. He's out there a minute. I hear my alarm going off on my car. I go look outside. I don't see Marcus nowhere near my car. I don't see Marcus at all. I'm thinking that he maybe left. He's mad and he left. I come back inside, I sit down, I'm like, see, that's why I don't like coming over here, because of this. Right after that, maybe a minute, he comes back in the door, he continues yelling some more. We're still arguing, calling each other's names back and forth as we usually do. It's a history with us. So he's yelling at his parents then, he's yelling at them, mad at them. While he's doing that, I get my keys and I'm leaving. And he comes out, his sister comes out with me. His sister comes out, she's like, come on, Tasha, let's go around the corner and cool off. Okay, fine. We're leaving. He comes out behind us and he's still yelling, I hate you, you ain't nothing but a bee and da-da-da and all this. And I'm like, well, I hate you too. So I'm getting in the car to leave, and I rolled down my window to finish arguing with him. Why? I don't know, but I did. We're arguing some more. He comes over to my car like he's getting ready to sock me, but I'm rolling my window up. So he hits my window. I get out the car. Oh, you trying to hit me, Marcus? No, I ain't trying to hit you. Da, da, da. So we're just still arguing there, calling names. I get out the car, I go to my trunk like I'm getting ready to get something to, you know, fight him back with, and I'm like, no, because the last time I was here, last year, we had an incident before, you know, where I got hit and,
Why didn't you just drive away?
That's what I did after, you know.
No.
Why didn't I drive away at the beginning?
You're in the car, you're exchanging words. You could have started the car and driven away. Why did you get out of the car and go to the trunk?
Because I was mad. I wanted to find a bat or something in the trunk to fight him with.
And what were you going to do with it? You're going to hit him with it? So then what happened?
We're still arguing. I'm getting ready to drive off. He picks up a steel pole and just scratches my car. And I'm like, oh, you scratched my car? Liar. So I drive off after that. I turn around. His sister's in the car with me the whole time, seeing everything. We drive around the corner. I get out and I look. I seen the scratch that he did, and I seen the license plates and just like a little dent on my hood that I did. And I told Carrie to get out. I said, see what your brother did to my car? I have a witness. This is what he did. Get back in the car, go back around. I drop her off before we get to the house, so he's still out there. So I backs back up and I go to the police station to file a report.
Okay, let me see the car damage.
I have pictures before the car damage and after.
Okay.
Basically, she came to the house, and then I had showed up. We got into an argument, you know.
What'd you get into an argument for?
Because she called me and told me, don't get mad, and she was like, how dare you have my kids outside looking ghetto.
Just a second. Okay. But then she's at your house with your parents.
Right.
What happened when you came in?
I called her. It was like, why are you here? You don't like my family. You know, you never get along with my family. Get out. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I don't have to leave, you know.
But it's your business. It's not your house.
I live there.
I don't care if you live there. It's your parents' house.
Okay. Yes, it is.
So she's there. Why did you come in and disrespect your wife in front of your parents?
I just was like, man, I didn't think that she should be there. If she hates my mom, she hates my dad. She always is causing conflict. And then,
why didn't you leave?
I don't know. I don't know. Because I was
all
mad.
Right. So
no reason.
Then you went outside. What'd you do when you went outside?
I was just like, man, you know, have her leave. You know what I'm saying? I moved. I was in the street.
What did you do to her car when you went outside?
At first, I went by her car, was mad. I started shaking her car. She came outside. She didn't do anything, so I pushed on the car some more. It was going doop doop, you know, made a little noise, and then she came outside.
You're talking about pushing the alarm.
Yeah, I tried to trick her alarm so she'll come outside, so she'll leave, because I knew that would make her actually leave, because she loves her car. I mean, she's material. She loves it. So I was like, I know she'll leave. You know, so when I did that, she came outside. I was like, you gotta mess up my car. Oh man, started screaming at me too. So I was like, okay. And I was like, well, just leave. Just get in your car and go. You know, so she gets in the car. She's like, man, you try to mess with my car, I'll shoot you. I'll smoke you. Jumps out the car, goes to the trunk, opens the trunk up, and it's like, you don't want to get shot. I was like, Daddy, you hear that? She said she's gonna shoot me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Natasha Thomas says her estranged husband, Marcus Thomas, vandalized her car. Marcus says Natasha threatened to shoot him.
She got back into the car?
Yes.
And you're still yelling at each other?
Basically.
Then you picked up a
pole.
Why?
I don't know. I was just angry because she said she was going to shoot me. You know
well, you knew she wasn't going to shoot you because she was in the car, sir.
I threw the pole at her before she got out the car. She said she was going to shoot me out the window. She said, I'll smoke you. So I threw the pole. I had a pole in my hand. And I threw it on the ground, and it bounced up and hit the door. That's when it made that scratch on the door. Then she jumped out the car and opened the trunk and was searching through her trunk like she was actually getting something. I don't even remember exactly what happened after that.
Can I see the estimates on your car, please?
There's an incident report, too.
What I find interesting, Ms. Thomas, is that you left out of your complaint the fact that you did, in fact, get out of your car and go and tell him that you were going to shoot him. How come you left that out of your complaint?
I didn't do it purposely.
Okay. Well, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah, it
Right?
was stupid.
Right, because you could have gotten your car and just left. I mean, that doesn't excuse
It was
him
stupid.
damaging your car. You damaged your car. What year car is this?
2000.
What kind of work do you do?
It's concession stand manager at Safeco Field.
What kind of work do you do?
Well, I was working there, but they fired me because she said I harassed her, which I don't. So
No.
I work for a local 440 union doing construction.
It's going to cost $1,831.25 to fix this damage. You have a car?
Actually, I don't.
But you know she loves her car.
Yeah, she loves everything material, of course.
You had no reason, no right to put your hands on her car to trip
Yeah,
the
that
alarm.
is true. That is true.
Yeah, it sure is. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,831.25.
Always excused. You may step out.
All right. She's just a bitter woman that needs to find a new life.
Marcus needs to be responsible, learn how to grow up.
She came to my house. She provoked me from the very beginning.
He has a problem with himself, with taking care of his responsibility.
This is just one incident that she actually happened to win.
As far as us being civil, I hope that can happen for the kids' benefit.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Rosen versus Dina Cola. Step forward, please.
29-year-old computer consultant David Rosen is suing his ex-girlfriend, 26-year-old computer technician Maria Dina Cola, for an unpaid loan to move.
Mr. Rosen, your complaint alleges that you and the defendant were dating for a while, and
Yes.
you made a loan to her in the amount of $3,000, and that was in order to help her move.
Correct.
Tell me when you made this loan to her.
October 4th.
And how long had you been dating before you made this loan to her?
Approximately 6 months.
And tell me the circumstances surrounding the loan.
Well, first off, we met in a chat room on the internet, online, and she was moving into a new apartment, and at the time she had the money in her account, but she claimed that her father needed to borrow some money from her for some reason, which I don't really know. And so that meant that to make the rental deposit, she would need to take money out of her 401k, and I just couldn't have her take that money out for tax reasons. And so I wrote her the check for $3,000.
That doesn't sound like a loan.
We verbally agreed.
Now, tell me what you said to her and what she said to you. She said to you, I'm going to take the money out of my 401k. And you said to her, don't do that.
I said, and I don't remember the exact wording, but I said,
Try as
on the
closely
condition,
as you can. Yes, don't tell me something. Don't tell me something I'm not going to believe, Mr. Rosen. Tell me something
Right.
very believable.
Right. On the condition that she pays me back within approximately 2 weeks, that I will write this check to her. Now, actually, I do have the canceled check.
She doesn't dispute the fact that you wrote her a check for $3,000.
The canceled check actually has an item in the memo field that
I'd like
says
to
that it
see
was
it.
a loan. Yeah.
Just a minute.
Here you go.
Show her this check, please.
That's the check he gave me, but the part about the loan for rental deposit was not there when I cashed that check.
That's possible.
That's not true. It was there when the check was cashed.
The pen is the same. Certainly the handwriting is the same. Now, you tell me about the circumstances surrounding this $3,000.
Mr. Rosen and I were in fact dating, and at the point that I was moving to a house, not an apartment. Not only did he give me this money, he co-signed so that I could move in. He paid for my moving expenses, he got me the truck and helped me move. The reason I moved, I was comfortable where I was. He thought that it was a better idea for me to move because he didn't like my neighbors. He expressed sentiments that were racially biased. He didn't like where I lived. He thought it would be better for me to move. Helped me to move, and like I said, co-signed for me to move in, took care of everything for me. Never was I mentioned this as a loan. After I moved in, he started to get more and more possessive and more trying to tell me what to do, dictating so far as what I should buy at the grocery store. And my witness here saw that he would. But the point I'm trying to make, Judge,
that's not true.
Mr. Rosen, don't speak to her.
The point I'm trying to make is that he gave me this money so that I would do what he wanted, and
Just
it was
a
not
second.
alone.
I want you to tell me your version surrounding
The money.
the money.
Okay. There were some things going on in my life, and I did need the money.
For what?
Moving expenses and things like that. To move, to make sure that I was okay when I did move, get things that I needed when I moved, things like that.
Okay, and you didn't have the money.
No.
Why?
I have a child and I work, but I just didn't have enough. I didn't have that amount of money to move. It wasn't within my budget.
Did you in fact tell him that you were going to take money out of your 401k?
Yes, I did. We were dating. We spoke about what I was going to do. Was I going to take money out of my 401k? What should I do? At that point, he then said, I don't mind helping you out. Because at the time, I guess that was how he felt. There were other instances of him doing things like that, giving me money, buying me things.
I don't want to hear about other instances. That's not what we're here
In this instance, he did in fact give me the money. It was not a loan. I would not have taken the loan because I knew that I didn't have the means to pay it back.
No, it absolutely was a loan.
Mr. Rosen, don't speak. Now, on what date did you sign the lease?
To be honest,
think very hard.
I'm going to say the 14th of October. 14th or 15th of October was my move-in date.
That was your move-in date?
Yes.
I asked you when you signed the lease.
The day that I moved in, I signed lease.
When had you found the house?
Right around the 1st of October.
And who went with you to find the house?
Mr. Rosen did. He actually did the looking on the internet for me, helped me find all the ones we went to look at, and he physically took me and we went.
Now, how much after Mr. Rosen gave you this $3,000 did you break up with each other?
I'm going to say December of that same year.
Where had you been living prior to moving into this house?
A condo, about an hour away from where I moved.
And how long had you been living there?
Approximately 6 months. It was nearing the end of my lease, so 6 months, ma'am.
When was your lease over there?
October of that year.
So you were planning on moving?
No, ma'am. It was just time to either renew or decide what I was going to do.
Actually, she was being kicked out for noise complaints of the place that she was living in at the time, and she needed to move. Also, as far as proof that this was a loan, I do have an email where she actually states that once she files her taxes, that she will that she plans to repay.
Thank you.
It's the part outlined in blue, the last line or so.
I dispute that I sent him an email because after we both...
Show this to the defendant, please. Seemed to indicate in that email that you planned on paying him back.
Can I respond? I did send him part of that email because he was stalking me, but the part about paying him back was not in the original email. I did not put that part in the email.
I did not modify that email at all.
Shh. Look at me. Don't look at her.
Sorry.
I did, that's a true statement. I did write most of that. I did not write about filing my taxes, only because I didn't get any taxes back and I knew I wasn't going to. I wrote that because he was constantly stalking me. And
what do you think he was stalking?
I was not stalking
you.
you.
Shh. Hey.
Sorry.
What do you think he was stalking you for?
At the time we broke up, he didn't want to break up. He said he used to leave me phone messages. Never once was there anything about owing me money.
Mr. Rosen, if you speak to her again, is the only part of this email, madam, that you claim that he distorted or added to the part about your taxes?
Yeah, because
All right. Then let me read to you what you said to him first. You said, my phone wasn't disconnected Friday because I was home all day and my mom and dad kept calling me and I'd been in the hospital the night before. Okay? You wrote that. Like I said, I will email you next week to let you know when you can get your money.
Can I tell you how that was altered? At the time...
That has not been altered.
Mr. Rosen!
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You keep saying it, but you keep forgetting.
At the time, he had things in mind that he still has, and what we were supposed to meet to do was exchange those things. There was never any mention of the money. What that did say was that he has my rollerblades, which he still has. He has another pair of rollerblades he bought me while we were dating that he wouldn't give back. That's what that email was about. That's it.
Where is your copy of the email?
I don't keep emails. I mean, he keeps everything that's ever sent to him.
Good.
I don't.
Let us say that somebody, out of the goodness of their heart, because they feel as if you are strapped and you have a child, says, here, don't take the money out of your 401k. You'll have tremendous tax consequences. It'll be double that amount. Here's $3,000. And within a brief span of 8 weeks, you break up with each other. You say he broke up with you, you say you broke up with him. Then the right thing to do is to pay him back for $3,000. Doesn't that seem right to you?
Yes, ma'am.
So pay him. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000.
Found in the matter of Lopez versus Martinez. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats.
I hope this is a good one. You dated until about 2 years ago and remained friends over the last 2 years. Is that right?
Right.
According to your complaint, he has some stuff at his house that belongs to you.
Right.
According to his countersuit, you have some stuff that belongs to him. He also wants to be reimbursed, he says, for harassment, because you've been harassing him, and for lost wages. You'll explain that to me, sir. What stuff do you have at his house?
I have like my microwave, my stereo, my mountain bike, my Coca-Cola porcelain doll, an official Coca-Cola shirt.
So let's start with the big stuff. Microwave. Do you have a microwave?
No, I don't.
Did she have a microwave at your house?
No, she didn't.
I have a receipt. I bought a microwave at...
she bought. We bought.
No, we didn't.
Shh, don't fight with each other.
We didn't, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Leonard doesn't like to take any responsibility.
Just don't editorialize. Give me a receipt for the microwave, and then I'll find out where it is. People buy things, they live together, they don't get married, they expect to come into court and somebody else to take care of it. When did you buy this?
In the latter part of 1999 or 8.
Get out of here. What are you giving me a receipt for that talks about something that was purchased 2 days ago?
No. That's a receipt. That's price verification.
It's not a price verification. Show me the receipt of the microwave you bought 2 years ago.
I can't, Your Honor, because all the receipts are in his house. I can't
Listen to me, Miss Lopez. You bought the microwave when the two of you were living together? Listen to me carefully. You bought it when you were living together. Is that right?
Off and on, yes.
We were never living together. I'm just stating a fact.
Don't state anything till I look in your direction. You bought it when you were a couple together.
Right.
Then you were no longer a couple but remained friends.
Right.
The microwave stayed in his house for 2 years. Is that right?
Right.
Why are you bothering me about it now?
Because I'm paying for it. It's
Good.
mine.
Pay for it. Pay for it. If you bought something in 1998, now it's the 2001, right?
Right.
You cannot sleep on a claim. Do you understand?
Right.
What else is in the house that belongs to you?
My Coca-Cola collection.
Coca-Cola collection.
Right.
What is the Coca-Cola collection?
Coca-Cola memorabilia.
What was it doing in his house?
Okay, could I explain why it's at his house? Anything that
That's what I'm asking you.
Anything that goes into his house cannot leave. If anything leaves, it has to be returned that day, or if not, the next day.
So why did you bring it there in the first place?
To show him.
She doesn't know anything about Coca-Cola.
It's Lopez. How many things did you bring him there to show him?
My Coca-Cola porcelain doll.
When did you bring that? At a different time?
Yeah, sometime last year.
If you brought a Coca-Cola collection and he wouldn't let you take it out of the house, right? That's what you said.
Right.
And then you bring a porcelain doll, knowing that he won't let you out of the house, what does that make you?
Stupid.
No, that makes this lawsuit nonsense. And you know it's nonsense because you've known him at least for 4 years, lived there sometimes, lived home sometimes, but now all of a sudden you want me to resurrect things that have been in his house for 4 years? Come on, Miss Lopez. Why would you think that a court is going to waste their time with that?
It's not that, Judge. I got tired of Leonard. He started beating me up for 2.5 years ago.
Boy.
And
then if he started to beat you up...
Because he's slick, Your Honor.
Just a second. If you got rid of him romantically 2 years ago and any man put his hands on me, I wouldn't be their friend for 2 years. I certainly wouldn't bring them my porcelain dolls. What are you doing with a porcelain doll?
First of all, it's not her porcelain doll. I've been involved in collecting Coca-Cola for many years. In my previous marriage I've had, I had a whole kitchen full of Coca-Cola stuff. And
listen to me carefully, sir. And don't try to charm me. It will be impossible for you. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
You've been collecting Coca-Cola memorabilia, right?
That's correct.
At a time when you were involved in a relationship, she purchased some Coca-Cola memorabilia.
As a gift.
I didn't ask you that question. That answer required either yes or a no.
Yes.
And she purchased among other things, a porcelain doll. Is that right?
That's the only Coca-Cola thing she purchased.
I didn't ask you for anything. What did she say when she put the porcelain doll in the house?
Look what I got you. Because, I mean, I had seen this as an advertisement, and she had turned around and told me, you know, she just kept it quiet from there. But then after, when she did get it, she in turn had, brought it to me as a gift. Knowing that I collect Coca-Cola stuff,
I believe that that's probably true. What else is at the house?
My mountain bike.
Mountain bike. You don't collect mountain bikes,
No,
do you?
that I don't collect.
Where's her mountain bike?
Her mountain bike is there. She has ample time to collect it.
Just a second. It's there.
Yes, it's there.
So you have no problem with her picking it up?
I've never had a problem with her picking it up.
Very good. Mountain bike.
She never came by at all.
But now she wants a mountain bike.
Why? Because of the fact that, I'm dating somebody new.
Perfect.
But see, I had no problem with
just
her.
a second, but it's a mountain bike. It's there. It's her mountain bike.
Exactly.
What else? We get on that.
My tent.
Tent.
My tent and sleeping bag. They were
You mean
mine
outdoors? Outdoors.
Right.
Is that
And
hers? Is that
a
there?
nice chest.
That's there. It's all sitting right there and probably waiting for her.
Sleeping bag. What else?
My crystal candle holders.
Crystal candle holders. Are they there?
I'd have to look for them.
Fine. Look for them.
But see, I can't be positive though. She
If
might have
they're
taken
there,
this stuff.
She's at this point. She's sort of stretching it. What else, Miss Lopez?
Clothing.
What?
Clothing. I have pictures of.
I'm not bothering with your clothing. Understand that. Whatever clothing you left there, I will have to assume that you don't want anymore.
I want him. Your Honor, I can't go to his house. He calls the sheriff's on me for trespassing.
You have any of her clothes at your house?
No, I have none of her clothes.
Oh, Leonard, you're such a
Just a
liar.
minute. Do you have any of her clothes
I
at
have
your
none
house?
of her clothes.
Fine. Forget it. Mountain bike, tent, sleeping bag, maybe crystal candle holders. What else?
My camcorder tripod.
I have no idea where that thing's at.
That's in the back room, Leonard, in the bedroom.
Shh. Camcorder tripod. Do you have it?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. If you have it, you give it to her. What else?
Dishes. We were planning on moving in together, Your Honor.
Miss Lopez, I want you to forget it. You had an old relationship with him. You continue to be friends. If you left stuff in his house for years, don't expect to come into court and have a judge go over cups and saucers and teaspoons that you want back.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lisa Lopez and her ex-boyfriend Leonard Martinez are suing each other for the return of their personal belongings.
Now, what stuff, Mr. Martinez, do you claim in your countersuit that she has of yours, sir?
My Coca-Cola cooler.
The Coca-Cola cooler?
You know what? As petty as it may seem to you, Coca-Cola items are, they're priceless and they're worth a lot of money.
Very good. Consider it a gift, sir. Consider it you made her a gift in exchange for the crystal doll she bought you. What's next?
Okay, so be it.
What's next?
All the stuff that she has are collectibles. Monopoly games, they're collectibles.
Just a second.
They're worth money.
What are they doing at her house?
The same thing. We purchased them, I purchased some. She, purchased them only because of the mere fact that I was so involved in, I collect a lot of things. I'm a collector, okay? And things that are of value. Now, I purchased some of these, games, and it just so happened that she had them. She well, okay, I'll hang on to them. Okay, so be it. Thinking that I'm going to get them back.
You don't expect me to go into Monopoly games, do you?
Well, like I said.
What else?
Videotapes. The only reason why the videotapes are important to me is because they have to do with me and my kids.
Do you have any videotapes of the defendant and his children?
No.
What's next?
CDs.
She doesn't have any. CDs.
Yeah.
Start humming. What else?
That's it,
Good. So we've taken care of the property. Now let's take care of the harassment. You got 30 seconds. Go.
Okay. There were times where I was at home, and she came over, and she was parked around the corner. I have a witness here, my girlfriend. She was sitting in the dark, and we left, and she went chasing us down the street. I mean, all the way to the movie theater.
Yes.
I mean, that.
Are you scared?
Was I scared? Yeah, because she could have ran us off the road.
What else?
Okay, there was times at work, time lost at work. She would come to my work, not once, not twice. She would literally stand there and just, totally just harassing me.
What would she do? According to you, she just stood there with her arms folded like this.
I couldn't work.
You couldn't work? Toughen up. What's next?
How do you figure it's toughen up? I mean, I'm being over here traumatized.
Listen to me. If someone is harassing you, what you do is you get a restraining order against that person. Do you understand?
I've dealt with a lot of her
Did you try to get a restraining order against her?
Why would I want to do something? I was trying to be her friend, okay?
Fine. Then why would you want to sue her?
The only reason why I'm doing this, basically, okay, yeah, if I get any money from this, I'm going to use it to get a restraining order. Not by choice, it's because, I don't trust her.
I don't trust her. I don't trust her family. You know, when she started, we had to change our phone number because of the fact that her brother kept calling us, you know, over and over. She called my mom's house, started harassing my mom.
Call the police. Get a restraining order. Do you understand?
I understand.
Money won't make you feel any better, Mr. Martinez. Miss Lopez, I'm going to prepare an order indicating that you, in the company of a marshal, may retrieve your mountain bike, your tent, your sleeping bag, and if he has it, your crystal candlestick holders. You can do that within 5 days of today's date. Clear?
Clear.
Counterclaim is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I see him as a freeloader as a person altogether. He's a leech. He's no good.
She realized she had a good thing. She lost it, and, you know, and now she regrets it.
He was no good. Everybody told me, and stupid me didn't listen.
And now the next case.
All parties on Haas versus Hernandez. Step forward, please.
18-year-old coffee barista Rachel Haas is suing her former roommate, 19-year-old homemaker Patricia Hernandez, for the return of her rent. Patricia is countersuing for property damage and harassment.
Ms. Haas, according to your complaint, you moved in with the defendant as a roommate. You gave her 2 months' rent in advance, $600. She kicked you out after the first month, or within the first month. You want your $300 back.
Yes.
She's counterclaiming. She said you destroyed some property in the apartment, and she's counterclaiming for twice as much as your rent, right?
Right.
All right. Did you have an apartment or a house?
It's a house.
And you were renting a room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When did you move in?
I moved in December 19th.
And when did you move out?
January 21st was the night that I got kicked out.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
What day did she leave?
She left January 23rd.
Is there any report, any police report, anything else that can show me
no.
the date?
No.
So it's either the 21st or the 23rd. Did you pay for the entire month of December?
When I moved in December, I paid a whole month's rent at the middle of the month.
Is that right?
No. She moved in November. She lived there for 3 months.
That's not correct, ma'am.
Did you pay by check or cash?
I paid cash. 2 months. Rent.
You have a receipt?
No, I don't. I gave it to her in cash because she wanted to get a money order.
That doesn't make any difference whether you gave her cash or whether you gave her a check. You get a receipt for rent. Who are you?
I'm her father.
Step up, please. Do you remember on what date your daughter moved out of your house?
Yes, ma'am. It was near Christmas. I moved her out.
And did you move her in someplace?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you move her in?
Into her house.
How did you know it was near Christmas?
Because we had given her a TV for Christmas, and I helped move that into her new place.
You got a call from your daughter to
Yes,
come and
ma'am.
get her? Tell me about that.
We attempted to remove her belongings from the home, but the defendant was at work and we couldn't get into the house, so we had to wait for, I think, a period of 24 hours before we were able to get back in and get her stuff moved.
Why couldn't you get into the house?
My daughter never was given a key to the house.
Why is that?
I had asked her for a key when I first moved in, and she said that it wasn't necessary because she still didn't have a job, and she was always going to be home. I got off work usually about 3, 4 in the afternoon, and so...
Okay. Have a seat, sir. Tell me about your lockout.
Well, I had gotten, when I got kicked out, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I left and went back to my friend's house because he was there with me, and...
well, tell me about it. What happened?
Oh, I came home that night about 4 o'clock in the morning. They locked me out of the house. I was standing outside of the house pounding on both doors, and I woke her up, crawling through the doggy door. And
okay, so now you're inside your room. How did you get kicked out?
I didn't want to go outside to smoke a cigarette because they were already very mad at me for waking them up coming home so late. And I had smoked a cigarette in my room. After I smoked the cigarette, her boyfriend had came and knocked on the door and said, I can smell the smoke. I said, okay, let's talk about it in the morning, please. You guys are angry at me for waking you up. She went next door and got her mom. Her mom came over, knocked on my door and said, do we need help leaving? She yelled at me and said a lot of things to me and then told me to leave.
And you left?
Yes.
Does your mother live on the same property that you do?
No, she lives next door. And Rachel did not say the whole story. She's leaving a lot out.
Go ahead.
I had rules about what time to be home because I had at the time, a 7-month-old baby. So I told her if she wasn't home before 2, the doors would be locked because there's a bar right around the block, and we had problems with people stealing our stuff.
And so Rachel knew that, and she knew the unit was a no-smoking unit, my rule or the landlord's rule. That night, she came home about 4:15 in the morning, broke through the doggy door. We didn't hear any knocking, and we were sleeping in the living room, so we would have heard it. She just went into the doggy door, brought a mail into my home, which was an every night occurrence, woke everyone up. So then she went to her room, and we tried to go back to sleep, and we woke up to her having sex with this male in the house. So we were a little irritated by that. We tried to go back to sleep, and then all of a sudden I smell cigarette smoke. So then I called my mom, and she came over just to have him leave, and Rachel started yelling at my mom, and my mom asked her to go outside and talk to her. So then they talked outside, and Rachel proceeded to yell at my mom, so my mom asked her to leave.
Fine. You have to give her back a month's rent. A, somebody's living in your place, you're supposed to give them a key. You didn't give her any notice, so you have to give her back a month's rent, period. There's no question in my mind about that.
So then I should owe her 8 days of rent because there was only 8 days of the month left.
No, I find that she did move in on December 19th. I don't believe you that she was there for 3 months. Her father says, and I believe her father, that she moved in around Christmas time. You've got to give her money back. Now let's talk about these damages you're talking about. Go ahead.
There was holes and chips left in the paint and makeup all over the wall.
Well, she should have fixed that before she moved out.
And she didn't.
Because you threw her out. You both made a bad choice.
Can I please speak, Your Honor?
Sure.
The danger that me and my son were in was Rachel coming home every night with different guys, bringing drugs and alcohol into my home.
How old is your
He
child?
is 8 months old.
Your 8-month-old child really doesn't know whether she's coming into the house with a different boyfriend every night. Listen to me, Miss Hernandez. This roommate you weren't happy with.
She was caught smoking pot on my porches. She is an underage drinker, and for her to bring that in my home, I could have had my son taken from me.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Give her notice. And if you don't want to give her notice, what you do is you give her her rent back, which is what precipitated this whole thing from the beginning. So you get your month's rent back, and this is the marks on the wall, stains on the wall. Freshen it up.
Totter versus Ferrier.
Totter, is that how you pronounce your name?
I'm going to say Toto.
Totter versus Ferrier. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Thanks, Byrd.
You're welcome, Judge.
Mr. Ferrier is your former husband, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And the co-defendant is his present wife. It is your claim that Mrs. Ferrier called your boss and made some slanderous remarks about you, which caused you a great deal of emotional distress, caused you to have to hire a lawyer, a whole bunch of other things. You want a whole bunch of money from the two of them because you think that they're both responsible. Your former husband and his wife say that you did, in fact, harass both of them, that they've suffered by having to lose wages because work-related absences, and they are counterclaiming. So I want you to tell me, this whole thing started over a $10 check, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a child together with Mr. Ferrier.
Yes.
How old is that child?
Now he's 12 and a half.
And who has custody?
We have joint. I had full custody the first 11 years.
Is that right?
I have custody of him, Your Honor.
You have
physical custody.
We have
but
joint.
It's joint custody.
You have
But
joint legal. Shh, just a second. You have joint legal custody, but you have physical custody
Yes,
of him.
Your Honor.
Is that by court order?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about this check that you got back.
I found out
that you didn't get back.
I found out that I overpaid and
overpaid what?
On the medical bill.
You got a medical bill for your son.
Uh-huh.
What was the bill for?
$63.36.
Put the papers down, please. And you paid that bill.
Mm-hmm.
And then you found out that you had overpaid the bill, according to your complaint. How much did you overpay the bill?
$10.69.
Your insurance company sent back a check for $10.69. Who did they send the check to?
To his address.
In whose name was the check?
My son.
And your son's name is?
Shane Ferrier.
And what did Shane do with the check?
All I know is that they both signed it. My son signed it, and my ex-husband signed it.
And that started a problem?
I was very upset. I felt like they took something that didn't belong to them.
So what did you do?
I made a few phone calls.
How many is a few?
From the house that evening, October 7th, I don't remember how many.
More than 5?
I don't know. Maybe 3.
How many phone calls?
Your Honor, I can't remember how many phone calls. She called in the middle of the night. We changed our phone 3 times because of the harassment.
Well, did that start over this $10?
Yes.
Well, your wife says no.
I'm
You
sorry.
say yes.
No, it started before. This started 12 years ago.
Okay, I'm just talking about this $10 check. So you made some phone calls from the house, Ms. Toder, is that right?
Yeah, it was a few phone calls.
Well, what
And
did you
it was
say?
not-
Shh,
I'm
listen
sorry,
to me.
it was not in the middle of the night. It was after I came back from the job. It was after 5 p.m.
What did you say during these 3?
I told them that they're not decent people and they're teaching my son to be a thief.
Okay, that takes 1 phone call. What was the next phone call?
Same thing.
And the next one?
Same thing.
Well, that's harassment.
But it was the one
Shh,
case.
Just a second. I'm not finished with you. Then you went to work. And you called them again from work. Is that right?
Yeah.
How many times did you call them from work?
6 times in 2 days.
And what did you say to them in the 6 times you called
Probably the same thing. I was probably very upset
and
over the whole
then
thing.
Mrs. Ferrier, you called her boss.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said what to her boss?
I called her boss and I said that we were getting a lot of phone calls and I wanted him to talk to her.
About stopping calling during the
Yes,
day.
and he had no interest in any of it until he found out that they were coming from work.
Well, she admits now that they were coming from work.
So,
Okay? So that's what you told was, that you were getting these harassing phone calls and they were coming during work hours.
Right.
That's what your lawsuit is about, Ms. Toder. You say that she made slanderous remarks against you to your boss, which caused you all kinds of trouble and aggravation and emotional distress. So tell me what kind of aggravation and emotional distress was
Can I
caused to
say
you.
something, Your Honor? She told them I made 100 phone calls from the job like 2 years ago.
I'm
2 years
talking
ago,
about,
they didn't
I'm
even
talking
have
about $10.69. I asked you a question. What kind of emotional distress do you believe that you suffered that they should compensate you for?
Okay, first of all, they took me to a drug test.
So, what does that have to do with her? Did
Because she doesn't know me. We never spoke to each other.
Listen to me. What does that have to do with her if you went for a drug test?
That's what she told them, that I was doing drugs.
Did you tell them that she was doing drugs? What proof do you have that Miss Ferrier told them that you were using drugs?
Allegation number 4.
This doesn't say that Mr. or Mrs. Ferrier say that you continue to use marijuana, alcohol to an excess and abuse prescription drugs. It doesn't say that they said this about you. This says that they complained about harassing phone calls. And then another paragraph says it is further alleged that you are continuing to use marijuana, alcohol to excess, and abuse prescription drugs. Did you tell them that?
No,
The
I did not.
investigator told me that they did.
Well, I don't know. That's hearsay. Did you ever use marijuana?
No.
Did you ever use alcohol?
I drink alcohol, but I don't abuse it.
Well, maybe. And what about prescription drugs? What drugs do you take?
I used to take Xanax.
And what else do you take?
I got something new after this attack started. I'm not sure the name of it.
You're not sure of the kind of drug you take?
No. It's,
That's interesting.
I can't pronounce it.
Why are you laughing?
Just because Your Honor, I can't understand anybody that could take a prescription and not know the name of it.
Try to behave yourself.
Okay, Your Honor.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
The rambling is of somebody who is using or overusing prescription drugs. It says that she's afraid that you're going to be abusive, but please take her son because she can't take care of him because he's out of control and she's going on her honeymoon.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Shoshana Toder says ex-husband William Ferrier and his wife Kathy made false allegations to her employer. The Ferriers claim she harassed them over the phone.
Okay. And as a result of whatever allegations these were, mostly use of the telephone, what happened?
I was just upset, Your Honor.
Well, then you shouldn't have done what you did, madam.
I understand that. But
So then why are you here in court?
In the heat of the moment, because I had expenses.
Well, what does that have to do with court? You made a mistake. You made a mistake by calling, at least according to you, 9 times, all complaining because they cashed a $10.69 check that they received that was made out to your son, who I assume you support. Is that right?
No.
Well, if you don't support him, then why would you complain anyway if they cashed a $10.69?
I'm not supposed to support him yet.
Listen to me. You are a parent. You're supposed to support him. He's not in your custody.
I understand.
If he's not in your custody, then you're supposed to support him. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you're off the hook. If you were a man standing over here and saying, I'm not supposed to support him yet, what does that mean? You're the parent. Did you pay support when the child lived with her?
Yes.
How much?
He's a deadbeat, by the way.
How much?
$500 a month, Your Honor, the maximum amount. She asked for $1,100, and the judge told her no.
I don't ask. Did I ask you to editorialize for me, sir?
No, you didn't.
Good. So, and you pay, I don't care how much you paid. If you didn't pay $500, you paid $300, you paid $300, you paid $200. You pay nothing. So if you pay nothing, and if you're just angry that your son went to live with his father.
No, I'm really not angry, Your Honor.
Then you shouldn't have been angry over a $10.69 check.
Your Honor, I'm not angry about him because I know my ex-husband wanted it, and my son came to me and told me, Mom, I was with you for 11 years, now I want to be with Dad. So I said, okay. I was going to fight for him, but when he told me that, I said, okay, go to your dad and be happy. But she's not happy about that. She doesn't want to raise a 7th kid.
Listen to me, madam. I don't know why you came to court. You did the wrong thing, causing you to have expenses, then you have to pay for them. If you wanted to call up and speak to your ex-husband once and say, listen, I understand that you got this check for $10.69. That check really belonged to me because I paid...
I can't communicate with him, Your Honor.
Hey, I'm speaking to you. You called 9 times. You were harassing them. I said if you called once and said it, that was one thing. That's not what you told me.
He hung up on me. I can't talk to him. Ever since they got married...
Then that means he didn't want to talk to you.
Ever since... Well, that doesn't help my kid.
Then write him a letter. What good does it do to you for you to harass him on the telephone?
That was not meant as harassment.
Well, I'm telling you, it's harassment. So you have no case. Now, let's turn to you.
Your Honor, what I've gone through, I have had more temporary restraining orders filed by Mrs. Toder, or Miss Toder, my former ex-wife, or my ex-wife. And she has taken me to court, and when we were in front of the judge in Las Vegas, she didn't show up for the temporary restraining order. Twice she didn't. Or no, the first time she showed up...
This is the restraining orders that she took out against you.
She's using the court as a form of harassment, and she's been doing it to me for a long time.
Speak.
What happened is when she took me in front of the judge said, well, do you want to continue? Do you feel he's...
Hearsay. What the judge said to you was hearsay unless you have a document from the court.
I do.
Let me see.
I have a document.
Good. Let me see it.
Not for the first one. I have one for the second one that she never showed up for. Okay? And she said she was on her honeymoon. And that's what I'm talking about. Here she even writes, is this it here? She writes in here that I'm going to be on my honeymoon, so I can't even make it to the court hearing. I believe it's this one here.
So what do you want me to do?
Well, I'm just saying, this is what I'd like her to be able to stop using the court as a form of harassment, because she's had me in court so many times, and I always feel like I'm the defendant and that I have to defend myself.
Well, you are the defendant now,
sir. I'm tired of being in front of courts. I didn't even want to be here today, even though you're a fine person, but this is not where I want to spend my time in court.
I absolutely got it. Was she granted a temporary restraining order as a result of this application?
No, Your Honor, she wasn't.
She was not.
She was denied.
Of course she was. Of course she was, because there is no basis for it in her application. There's no basis for her to get a temporary restraining order based upon what she alleges here. It's the ramblings of somebody who is using or overusing prescription drugs. Go ahead.
Your Honor, that's what I'm saying, that she's using the court as a form of harassment.
Okay, there is absolutely no basis for her to get an order of protection based upon what she writes in here. It's a lot of garbage. It says that she's afraid that you're going to be abusive, but she wants you to take her son because she can't take care of him because he's out of control, and she's going on her honeymoon.
Go
ahead.
Your Honor, he's doing very well in school now.
Tell me what you want.
We want the court, her not to be able to use the court to drag me through.
Mr. Ferrier, all too often people abuse the system. And they take time away from cases that need court time because they got their own personal shtick that they want to take care of. Now, your ex-wife came here to court, and if it wasn't this court, it would have been someplace else, because she was complaining that she had expenses and embarrassment as a result of your wife calling her boss. She caused the problem. She harassed you. She called time after time after time to complain about the cashing of this $10.69 check. By the way, what did you do with that money? Did you have it?
My son kept the money, and he even called her and offered to do chores for her to pay her back, and she said, no, I want your father to pay it back. And I said, no, I'm not paying it back.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead. Shh, go ahead.
Okay, on May 14, I had a chat with him for the first time in a year. And all I want is really to communicate with him, you know, regarding our son. But ever since he got married, I don't feel that I can. He either hangs up on me, she hangs up on me, or whatever. And I asked him about contacting my job, and I said, Sean, why did you contact my job? And he said to me, I had nothing to do with it. And I said, Sean, your name is on it. And he said, I had to keep my wife happy. I think that's a lame excuse, to keep the wife happy, so.
You did the wrong thing. Stop blaming everybody else. You had no right to call their home 3 times. I guarantee it was a lot more. You have the tape?
We have tapes of what she said, Your
Well,
Honor.
let me hear them. Let me hear them.
I'm not denying it, that I made these phone calls.
They're a little nastier than what you said.
You're nasty, Sean.
I don't slander you.
I can't hear it. Can you bring it up here, please?
Needs to be re-queued.
I never denied I made these phone calls.
Well, they get real nice.
Could you please be quiet?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a repeat.
I think that's a repeat.
That's a repeat. Okay.
I never denied I made this phone call.
I want to tell you something. You just acknowledged on that tape a federal crime. Do you understand that? If you're getting mail of his from credit card companies and shredding it, that's a federal crime. That's
I'm not doing.
I'm speaking to you.
I'm not getting his mail.
I'm speaking to you. That's what you said you did on the tape.
Wanted to put him off. I don't get his mail.
You got it, madam. That's what you wanted to do. And you succeeded. And so stop standing here complaining and abusing the courts again. Your case is dismissed. And all I can tell you is I'm not going to be able to stop her from filing these frivolous claims. It's going to have to be a judge in your jurisdiction that has some chutzpah. All right? You thought I was going to say it, didn't you? Who's going to say to her, you come in 9 o'clock in the morning, you wait until 5 o'clock till the end of my calendar every time you want to file a petition. You come in, you explain to me what you want to file, you explain to me why, and I'll see if I'm going to give you permission to file that case. Until you get a judge that's going to be able to say that she's going to continue to abuse the system. But I find it offensive when someone abuses the system, they abuse the system, they abuse me. Because they're abusing the other people. When she came in and filed this piece of garbage that took time away from a clerk to fill out papers, her papers, other people were waiting. They had to wait an extra hour or two because she was filing this piece of trash. And then it took time from a judge to hear it.
He told me to buy a life vest. I mean,
I'm telling you to, and I'm telling you better. I'm telling you to get a life. Your case is dismissed. So is your counterclaim. I've given you my best advice. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Foster. Thank you. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Frazier, you were refereeing a basketball game. The defendant was the coach of one of the teams,
Yes, it was.
and it is your claim that the defendant, after the game, assaulted you.
Yes, he did.
Had you known him before this particular game?
Well, he's actually also a referee, and we had worked together prior to that, but we know each other cordially.
When did this happen, sir?
March 13th.
And what kind of basketball game was
This
it?
was a Boys and Girls Club, 14-year-old, I believe, 14-year-old basketball game.
Was it in the evening?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
What happened basically is during the course of the game was evenly matched. During the course of the game, two kids had gotten into an altercation. They weren't fighting, they just basically had nudged each other after the whistle. At that point in time, I ran to the two children to break up whatever might have happened between the two kids. Shortly thereafter, as soon as I broke the two kids up, I looked up. Mr. Foster had run onto the court. The rules clearly state, and I have a rule book here to verify that the coach is not allowed to run onto the court. Okay? The two kids were not fighting. I broke up the situation between the two children, and when I realized Mr. Foster was on the court, I motioned for him to go back to his seat and sit down.
Did he do that?
He did it. He complied. But regardless of that, the rule clearly stipulates, and I could not deviate from what is the rule.
Don't tell me, the rules state that he's not allowed to come out on the court.
No, under no uncertain terms, unless a player is injured, unless I beckon him onto the court. I did not beckon him onto the court. No one was injured. It was a fight about to happen, which did not happen.
I got you. So he came on the court. He's not allowed to do that under the rules. You motioned him to go back. He went back.
He went back.
But then you did what?
I gave him a technical foul.
Now, tell me what a technical foul is.
A technical foul is a team foul on a coach. Technical foul is 2 shots for the other team and the ball, okay?
Okay, so that means that the other team,
got an advantage.
his adversary, got an advantage.
Exactly.
Okay, and did they win the game?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Not as a result of the technical foul. Okay,
But whatever, whether they did or they did, they ended up winning the game.
They won the game.
So after the game, what happened?
After the game, I went to my partner, the guy I work with, and shook his hand and said, great game. He acknowledged and said, good game. I bent over to pick up my jacket. When I reached over to pick up my jacket, I saw Coach Foster come from his side of the bench to my side. I just assumed he was coming to say good game or whatever. He came over, and I had my jacket in one hand, and I was extending the other hand to say good game. I had my jacket on, and he punched me.
Where did he punch you?
In the left side of my face, right around the orbital area of my eye. Blood.
Did he say anything?
Didn't say a word, didn't argue with me during the game, did not argue with me after the game, did not argue prior to striking me. He never said a word. It was a sucker punch. It was a mugging, a back alley mugging, because I had no idea that this man was angry. His facial expression, his body, never gestured to me like he was angry.
Were there other children still there?
All around, everybody, in front of the kids. It was just,
That's what I wanted.
It was a disgrace to do this in front of kids.
What kind of injury did you sustain?
After I was hit, blood just flew everywhere. My eye swelled really quick. As soon as he hit me, I looked at him, I said, well, I was just about to shake your hand. I couldn't believe you did this, I have pictures here to prove just how bad it was.
I'd like to
Pictures
see
were
them.
taken the next day. Actually, that night, I believe. I had to go to the emergency room. My insurance covered my emergency room, but the next day, I didn't have any idea. But the next day, I had half of a contact lens broken, stuck in the top of my eye. I didn't even realize my eye was so swollen that I had to reach in and pull it out. I went to the eye doctor the next day, and the eye doctor told me to come in there. He would examine it while it's swollen. He wants me to come back.
Do you have any receipts or bills?
Yeah, I do.
From the emergency room treatment? I'd like to see.
The eye doctor wants me to come back. He wants to make sure that he examines this a couple more times, because this is a latent injury. This injury could detach retina, the orbital bone around
All right,
my
Mr.
eye.
Foster. Mr. Foster, let me hear your version of the events, please, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. It was a 14-year-old basketball game. I knew how important this game was to me, so I went to both refs to let them know that this is the playoff game, and whoever loses, they eliminated from the playoff. Their season is over. So I wanted a fair game, and because of previous games that I coached, they called a game against me.
Do you do this for the enjoyment of it, or do you get paid as the coach?
I love refereeing as well as
coaching. You get paid as the coach?
No, ma'am. It's volunteer.
Okay. So you went to all the refs and you said, this is an important game to me.
Right, because...
Your Honor, he really emphasized to me.
Because the kids have put a lot of time and
I'm sure both teams put in a lot of time.
Right, and so I wanted to make sure we had a good game, Well, During the course of the game, Mr. Frazier, in my opinion, he was calling a bad game. But I played through it because I knew I had a talented team and that we can overcome this because we have beat the team before.
Your Honor, he also...
Shh. I don't want you to interrupt. He didn't interrupt you.
Okay.
So as the game went on, it began to become aggressive. And the kids were starting to push and shove, and wasn't no fouls being called. So what had happened was, I think it was in the fourth quarter with approximately 3 minutes left in the game, the kids got into an altercation. They started pushing each other. And I was looking for the ref, whether one ref had made a call. He called a foul on the other team. And then I was looking for the other ref. He was interacting with the parents on the sideline. So I just ran onto the court to break the fight up.
It was a fight?
Shh. I said don't interrupt. Go ahead.
It wasn't a physical fight. The guy was on the ground. He elbowed my guy in the groin. My guy kneed him in the back. The guy on the ground, he jumped up and got in the guy's face. So I was like, hey, man, they about to fight. My instinct just ran on the court to break it up before it escalated. Well, I grabbed the guy from the other team. I escorted him to his bench, and I was explaining to him that this was too big of a game for that. I said, man, you need to just calm down, man, get yourself together before you get thrown out of the game. So I pat him on his back, walked him to his bench. I went and got my guy and did the same thing. I even went to take my guy out of the game so that he can calm down. After that, Mr. Frazier, he turned to me and said, I have to call a tech on you for leaving the floor. I was like, hey, man, I went to break up 2 kids from fighting. He like, but you came onto the court. Clearly, Your Honor, that is the rule. But I thought that was the rule. When kids act in unsportsmanlike conduct, that they should also be assessed a tech. If they would have gotten a tech, it would have resulted into no free throws made. The ball would have been, it would have went to the alternating possession arrow.
Whatever, don't complicate me with the rules of basketball.
Okay, it would have went to the alternating possession arrow.
Listen to me. I understand basically that if he hadn't called a technical foul just on you...
Or me.
Try receiving.
Okay.
If he hadn't called a technical foul just on you, but had called one on the other team too, it would have washed away both of them.
Right.
Is that right?
Right,
That's
exactly,
right.
Your Honor.
But he didn't.
Right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Basketball referee Otis Frazier says team coach Darius Foster sucker punched him after a game. Darius says he thought Otis was going to hit him first.
Okay. So now you've got a technical foul because you ran out on the court and the game is over and your team loses.
Right.
Pick it up from there.
Okay. My team lost by the margin of the tech. I was very angry on it. Although I didn't say anything to Mr. Frazier or nobody else, I was upset because I knew that
I didn't know he was angry.
I knew that our season was over. I was putting my balls in the bag, and Mr. Frazier was coming through the score table. So he was walking to me as if he wanted to shake my hand or whatever. And he said, man, good game. I'm sorry I had to make that call. I clearly say, man, you didn't have to make that call. You didn't have to make that call, and I pushed him. I was angry, I was frustrated, so I pushed him out of frustration. He backed up, took his jacket, and set it down. Then he turned to me as if he was going to retaliate from the push. And I don't know, later he said that he was coming to shake my hand.
Don't tell me what he later said.
Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor. His hand came out to me, and I didn't know if he was coming as he wanted to shake my hand again, or was he retaliating.
So you punched him?
Yeah, I protected myself, Your Honor.
You did not. You acted in a very unsportsmanlike fashion, sir. You did not protect yourself. You used your hands first in a very unsportsmanlike way in front of other children, causing injury. Who are you?
I'm his wife. I'm his witness.
You're his witness to what?
To the whole situation.
He told me exactly his version of what happened. If I believe him, he's wrong. If I believe him, he's 150% wrong. He put his hands on somebody else in anger. He's 100% wrong. Not that I believe that that's the way it happened, because even he says in his answer that the plaintiff came over and extended his hand to say, good game. That's what he says.
Right.
That's what he says. And at that point, he put his hands on him. Wrong. Can't do that. But I don't necessarily believe that. I believe what happened just the way the plaintiff described, that he sucker punched him in the eye, for no reason. He was not angry. He didn't lose the most important game. I mean, like $10 million is at stake in this game. You got to get your testosterone in check, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $5,000 for pain and suffering and injury. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He kept coming after me, wanting to get back.
Parents and coaches feel that they can just treat basketball officials any way they want.
He kept swinging at me, missing, and I kept punching back to protect myself.
Hope this sends a message to everybody that you won't be getting away with it.
It definitely was more than I bargained for.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lopez Martinez versus Musada. Step forward, please.
25-year-old receptionist Laura Lopez and her boyfriend, 29-year-old engineering specialist Vince Martinez, are suing 45-year-old Venus Musada. Laura claims Venus keyed her car in a parking lot.
Who was driving that day?
I was.
Were you in the car that day?
No.
You are owner of the car?
Yes.
So you can have a seat.
Thank you.
This incident took place, allegedly, when the two of you had some sort of a misunderstanding when you were in your car over a parking space.
Yes.
When you were either backing out of a space, trying to get into a space, and you say that she got angry, got out and keyed your car.
Yes.
She says she was angry, but she never did that. Where did this happen?
In the parking lot of my job.
Is that the same place where you work?
No.
What were you doing there?
I was there to make up my car payment in that building.
Were you in a parking space that day?
No, I was waiting for her, I'm assuming it was her husband, to back out, and I was going to take the parking spot.
Who was in the car with you?
My friend. It's not my husband, it's my friend.
Who was driving?
He was driving, I was the passenger.
So what happened?
I was coming back from lunch at 12:30 on February 16th. Noticed that he had his reverse lights on. I parked, waiting for him to back out so I could take the parking. He backed out, tried to come out. When he put it back into drive, he almost hit my car. When he passed by me...
Did you park in front of him, or were you behind him waiting?
No, we were actually facing each other. When he backed out, I was already here.
So you weren't really giving him a lot of room?
There's plenty of room. I have pictures of the parking lot to show
Okay.
that there's plenty of room.
So he's backing out, and you're standing there waiting to pull into his spot?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Puts it in drive, almost hits my car, pulls up, passes me. On the verge of passing me, we exchanged words.
What kind of words?
I called him an effing.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Go ahead.
He passed me. I parked, got out of the car, got all my stuff, started walking out. They came in reverse. Her window was down. She asked me, what did I say? I said, you heard me. She said I was a stupid. I said, fine, kept on going. I thought they were leaving. They put the car back in drive. They drove away. When I turned around, I noticed that their car had turned. I went into my building, dropped off my purse, came back out to have a cigarette, noticed that they had turned around again, doing like a figure 8, parked directly behind my car, now blocking my car in. I went to the stairs, and I have pictures of the stairs to show where I was at, noticed her get out of her car with her keys, went from the gas tank of the driver's side all the way up to the front fender. I stepped down to see who it was, what she was doing, just to make sure. When I stepped down, I noticed that she was now turning around with the keys back into her pocket, got back into the car. I went to the back of the car, got the license plate, the make, the model, went back in and called the police.
Okay. Now I'll hear you.
Okay, we were at this building. I'm making my payment for my car payment. We didn't took long to back up the parking space because we were talking about where to eat lunch.
Okay.
And then when my friend backed up already, she was cursing to us. So she did say bad words. And then I told my friend to back up. So she parked already on that space. And then I asked her, what did you say? And then I called her names because she called names too.
Was she in her car at the time? And you were in the car?
I was in the car, and then she went out already from her car.
She was going in towards the building?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then we left already after that.
You left?
Yeah.
You just pulled right out of the parking lot?
And then after a week, detective called me, went to my old apartment. I was there at the time visiting my sister.
I'm not interested in visiting your sister. You got contacted by the police. So
And
it's
then-
your story that you backed up, you asked her what she said, you may have said a bad word to her, and then you just left, and she walked into her building. Is that right?
I don't know where did she go.
I don't know! How would I Oh, I don't know when she would have had time to write down my license plate number. You think she wrote down your license plate number when she was driving her car and she was pulling into the space? You think she wrote down your license plate number for any reason then?
I don't have
And then
any
you got out
idea.
of the car, listen to me, then you say she got out of her car and just walked past you and walked right into her building, right? And then you just drove away.
Yeah.
Right? Then you
Indeed.
just drove away. So let us assume, madam, that nothing happened to her car. When do you think she would have written down your license plate number and the make and model of your car?
I don't know, maybe if she was still standing there and then...
How could she be still standing there? You just told me you pulled out of the parking lot and left. Isn't that what you just told me?
Yes.
Boom. There is no way, Ms. Lopez, that you would have taken down a license plate number and the make and model of the car and called it into the police unless her car had still been in the parking lot at the time she said she drove off, right? Because you were on your way to work. You were going into work. But for the fact that you turned around and saw her car still in the parking lot doing these little wheelies, you would have thought nothing of it, right?
Right.
But she didn't figure that out when she was telling me the story. Because otherwise you wouldn't take down a license plate number on a car. There would have been no reason for it. You had a few words and she was off.
Right.
Right. I didn't think women did this road rage thing. Did your insurance pay for any of this?
No.
Okay.
I have a $500 deductible, and I can't come up with $500 to get it fixed.
Well, you understand that you're suing her for $5,000, which includes your emotional distress. Your emotional distress isn't worth that kind of money. Do you understand that?
Right.
All right, so that's nonsense.
Right.
You have a $500 deductible, so your out-of-pocket is $500. Judgment.
Junior. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Wynn, you and the defendant have a child together. You are no longer a couple, but it is your claim that while you were a couple, Mr. Harris found himself in the unfortunate position of being incarcerated. You bailed him out with a promise that he would pay you back. He paid some back, the bail money, but he still owes you some of that money. He stopped paying you as soon as you separated. And then you claim that he has not been able to handle the separation appropriately and has vandalized your car on 2 occasions. You want him to pay for the windows and the damage to the car. Mr. Harris, while he acknowledges that you did in fact bail him out of prison, you told him that it was a gift, that he need not pay you back, and that he has no clue as to what you're talking about with regard to the vandalizing of your cars, and the police lacked sufficient evidence to charge him, therefore he is not guilty. Is that right?
Somewhat, to a certain extent.
So, a couple of questions for you. When was your child born?
December 9th, 2001.
Boy or a girl?
A girl.
Do you visit with the child?
I have 57% custody over her, 43%.
Okay. So she spends a great deal of time with you.
Correct. I think she's just jealous of me and my daughter's bond because
Listen to me. Not Montel. Not interested in what she's jealous about. Do you understand, Mr. Harris?
Yeah.
Not yeah. Yes. Court. Therapist. I am not a therapist. I don't like people well enough to be a therapist. So you have your daughter 57% of the time.
And I recently had to call CPS on Miss Wynn because
Listen to me.
my daughter comes up
Listen
with
to me.
marks
I'm
on her
not
eyes last week. So
You're
I had
not
to
listening
call
to me.
CPS again.
You think that anybody's listening to you? I'm not listening to a word you're saying. When I start to speak, you stop. We understand that?
See.
Now, what were you incarcerated for that required you being bailed out of jail, Mr. Harris?
I was driving Mrs. Wynn's car, and I got pulled over. And in Mrs. Wynn's car, they found some drugs. But later, it was a misunderstanding. They had to dismiss the case.
Mr. Harris, you want me to believe you, don't you?
You can look in the court documents.
No, you want me to believe you, don't you? I asked you what you were incarcerated for.
And I told
you.
The
answer is drugs.
Correct.
Okay. Now, is this the first time you were arrested for drugs?
No, in my prior days, I used to get down
That just the answer is no.
I used to get down like Jay-Z.
Just the answer is no. You don't want to appear foolish. Mr. Harris, I can guarantee you, sir, don't be a smart aleck with me because I can make you look very, very foolish. I just want to be reasonable and fair with you. I've read the documents you gave me. I've listened to you. Why don't you just try to help yourself by not being a wise guy? Try to help yourself if you can. I don't find you attractive.
Ditto to you.
Okay, good. Well, that's good. Then why don't you just view me as somebody who has the limited responsibility today, Mr. Harris, of making a decision based on the evidence as to whether you owe her for bail money and whether you vandalized her
So
car.
my daughter has nothing to do with that.
Right now, Mr. Harris.
My daughter's totally irrelevant.
Your daughter in this particular court, in this particular court, your daughter's situation is irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant here, Mr. Harris, are two things: whether you owe her for bail and whether you vandalized her cars.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct.
Good. Now, how much was your bail?
30, I don't know. You have to ask her if she did it.
How much was his bail?
Well, see, I went to court for him.
How much was his bail?
$75,000.
And how much did you post?
First, we posted 23, and then I posted personally 3,200.
All I want to know is you personally.
3,200.
You have proof of that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please. Now, tell me how it came about that you posted this bail back in December of 2002.
In December of 2002, he had to go back to court for a bail hearing where they brought it back up because they had reduced it to like 3,500. They brought it back up to 75,000, excuse me. And I wasn't there. But his lawyer called me at home and told me that the bail was raised and that he was incarcerated again and that I would have to be the one to get him out.
Do you recall what the charge was in December of 2002?
It was because of his priors, that they had overlooked that the first time he went to court for the bail reduction hearing. So they overlooked that, so they brought it back into court in December, and that was around the holidays, and my daughter was around 1 then. So I bailed him out with my credit card. His lawyer even picked me up from my house and brought me to the bail bondsman where I used my credit card and bailed him out. And then he brought me to the car that he was driving that day when he went to court, and I took the car home and everything.
Okay. Now, you see, Mr. Harris, one of the things that I have to determine when I finish this bail portion of the case is whether or not you have a violent nature, whether you can control yourself, or whether there is truth to the allegation that you vandalized her car. Right now, what you're doing is suggesting to me that you lack the capacity to control yourself. So far, I don't hear, madam, that you made an arrangement with Mr. Harris for this bail to be a loan.
Okay, even though it was always understood that he was going to pay me back.
It may have been understood. Understood isn't a contract.
Okay, yeah.
Understood means that you understood it. But when his lawyer called you, his lawyer cannot make a contract with you.
His lawyer?
Only he can make a contract with you.
He did.
Well, then let me hear.
Here's a tape record. I recorded one of our conversations.
Where's the money you owe me? Where's the money you owe me for your bail bond? I'm gonna pretty much need it because you're gonna throw me in jail. I might as well keep it, right? You know what? You told me you would pay me for your stinking bail bond. Cheryl, I know you for a fact, and that's not you. You know what? You told me you would pay me back. I will pay you back, and I told you that. I'm not gonna pay for your bail bond. I'm never gonna pay for your again. I paid for your for 2 years. I didn't say that. Did I say that, baby? Listen to me.
No. Is there anything else there about the bail? Okay. How much did he pay you back?
He's paid me about $700 since.
How has he paid it? In check, cash?
Yeah, usually he'll give me like a money order. He would give me money once in a while.
Show me.
Like money orders? He would keep the receipts.
How much money did you give her back? She says $700.
I never gave her no money for bail because I never had a control over her bailing me out. I never asked her to bail me out.
So that your statement is, Mr. Harris, that you never gave her any money back. She says you gave her $700
No, I never gave her no money for that. You're correct. She told me it was a gift for being a great father.
Just answer my question, Mr. Harris. Don't you understand? My mouth is moving again. So what you're saying is you gave her back no money towards the $3,200 in bail. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Good. Good. Then you owe her $3,200 because that's what you said. That's what you said on the tape, that you owed her for the bail. Now, let's get to the damage to the car. Your car was damaged on 2 separate occasions.
Right.
Give me the dates.
May 18th and September 1st of 2004.
How was the car damaged on May 18th, 2004?
I have a picture here to show you. The driver's side mirror was broke off. The windshield was shattered. There was multiple dents in the car, on top of the car by the sunroof, on both doors on the driver's side.
Yes.
I found a big heart-shaped rock right next to the car.
Okay. Now, what proof do you have that Mr. Harris did this damage?
Oh, I saw him. We saw him. It was over at, we were at a family friend's house. And after I noticed that it happened, my sister was with me. She saw it, and she ran back into the house. And then they all came outside, and while I was standing there looking at the car, he came by in our Lexus. And
So you didn't see him do it?
Yes.
So you didn't see
He came
him...
by...
Listen to me. So you didn't see him do it?
I didn't see him. I saw him come down the street with his lights off and come down and come back around, and he rolled his window down and threw something else at me while I was out there with all my friends.
So you didn't see him do this. Now, on September 1st, how was your car damaged?
There was a big hole in the back window of my mom's car. The rock was inside, and there was like a cigarette butt, not the butt, but the regular end, and it reeked of gasoline. I wasn't there when it happened, but the people that did see it happen.
Where were you at?
Mr. Harris.
Where were you at, Miss Wynn? Tell them where you were at.
The people that...
Mr. Harris, just a second.
Yes.
Mr. Harris, how old are you,
You should know where I was at.
I'm 28.
Where are your parents?
My parents?
Yeah,
They're probably at their home.
You have a mother who's alive?
Yes, ma'am. Father,
Where does
too.
she live? I'm speaking. Where does she live?
That's personal. I don't want to tell that on camera.
In what state does she live?
That's personal, too. I don't want to put that on camera.
Fine. Listen to me, Mr. Harris. There is a very strong probability, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Byrd, would you go over and take those papers away from him? Because I'm talking to him.
Well, I'm looking for this paper. There you go.
Thanks.
You're welcome, boss.
There's a very strong probability that even though you don't wish to divulge and I don't wish to press it where your parents live, that they're going to be watching you. I feel sorry for them because you're acting like such a fool, sir. I really do. The only thing that I can say in your favor is I've read the report, and the report seems to indicate that you're trying to be a good father to your daughter, which suggests to me that at least part of you is a salvageable human being. But you are such a wise guy, and you're so used to getting over, and you're so used to acting like a fool that you can't even control yourself in court, which is probably one of the reasons why you're in court and in trouble so often.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today...
She paid you for a month's rent on September 7th.
No, ma'am.
Shh. Listen to me. So far, you're not losing. You have to listen. Listen. Open up your ears. Put on your listening ears, okay?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Cheryl Wynn claims ex-boyfriend Arthur Harris Jr. owes for bail money after he was arrested for the possession of drugs. Cheryl also claims Arthur vandalized her car on 2 separate occasions.
I don't have to, Ms. Wynn, go into the 2 incidents with the car. There is probably very little issue that he was responsible for the damage to your car. But you are suing him, and the total amount that you are suing him for is $3,100. Now, you claim the bail was $3,200, which is supported by the evidence, but you say that he paid you back $700. Mr. Harris, because he's such a wise guy, has sworn under oath that he paid you back nothing. I don't think that you are responsible for his bail, and I don't think that even at that time you were dumb enough to say, I'm posting your bail because you're such a great father. Be that as it may, I have a tape that I believe where he said that he owes you this money. And since he swore under oath that he didn't pay you back the $700, even though you say he did, I'm entering a judgment in your favor for exactly what you are requesting, which is $3,100, which more than covers the damage to your cars. Do we understand each other?
Yes, we do.
And maybe Mr. Harris will learn that it's not always a good idea to be a wise guy, especially in court. That's all. Step out.
All these are excused. You may step out.
Goodbye, Miss Wynn. She's mad because for 2 years, I took her money. I took all of her money for 2 years and bought 3 homes with it.
I'm family, take care of the baby, take care of the house, go to school, make money.
Then when I got tired of her, I dumped her on her butt.
And then he just does whatever he wants.
I'm in jail. I can't make her call me.
He can't even talk to me like a real person. He has to always talk down on me.
So if she wants to bail me out, she's just doing her job. What she's trained to do.
That's why he's having such a hard time letting me go.
She's really crazy, so it ain't nothing.
I pray to God that he grows up for the sake of our child.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Joyce versus Morales. Step forward.
25-year-old wholesale account manager Marlena Joyce is suing her ex-roommate, 22-year-old mortgage assistant Rachel Morales, for unpaid rent and for damages she caused to their apartment. Rachel says she moved out because Marlena's boyfriend moved in.
Miss Joyce, you and a friend decided to move to San Diego, not this person. and you leased an apartment with this friend. Shortly after you leased the apartment in September, the friend decided to move home, leaving you with the apartment. You found the defendant, and she said she also needed a place to live. You agreed that she would move in practically immediately. On what date did your friend move home?
Did he move back?
Yes.
August. No exact date. I don't remember the date.
So in September, you had to come up with rent. And what date did Miss Morales move in?
First week of September?
September 7th, actually, due to the fact she had a house guest already there.
You moved in September 7th.
But she had all her stuff in before he moved.
That's why
before
I
he
paid
came
you
to
the rent
visit.
for it.
Shh, don't fight with each other.
Sorry.
You moved in September 7th, and you paid rent.
I gave her the check on September 1st because I had movers bring my belongings already.
How much did you give her?
$725 total.
And that was your agreement? And you moved out on October 7th.
My physical belongings, October 7th, yes. I stayed, after our argument, I left that night and never returned. But because my stuff was there, I felt I owed her those 2 days.
You left on October 7th.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct? And she paid you for a month's rent on September 7th.
No, ma'am.
Shh. Sorry. Listen to me. So far, you're losing. You have to listen. Listen. Open up your ears. Put on your listening ears, okay? The rent was $725. You gave her $725. You gave her $725. You moved in, according to you, on September 7th because she had a house guest. You moved out on October 7th. That's what you just told me.
Yes, ma'am.
So that I'm asking you, what do you want?
On October 1st, she paid rent. We got into an argument at work because she didn't want my boyfriend at the house, at her house.
Well, at the house that she was paying rent on, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you move out?
The reason when I first moved in, we decided no boys. And I gave her the 7 first days in September for the fact she had her boyfriend from Virginia visiting. And I'm like, that's rude of me to be the third wheel. We decided no boys. Like, that was the whole thing. No sports,
You mean
no
no
nothing.
boys sleeping over?
Sleeping over. And then she meets this guy 2 weeks later on a Saturday. His physical...
Slow down.
Slow down. His physical...
Slow down.
She met him on a Saturday, and he moved in on Tuesday. Physically
That's not
moved
true.
in.
Shh, don't answer her.
The reason I know this is because every day on my lunch I go home, and he was there when she wasn't there. I would go home my lunch,
So
and he was there.
the boyfriend sort of moved in.
Yes, and I physically saw him moving his stuff in, doing laundry that day. And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
Now, was the argument that you had with her, Miss Joyce, over the boyfriend? That's what you said?
Yeah.
And she said to you, I don't want to share my house with...
And I told her, you haven't given me a penny for the deposit. Your name is not on the lease. Until I see anything for the deposit, this is not your house.
Okay.
You're staying...
All right, got it, Miss Joyce, I got it. Now, I'm asking you, Miss Joyce, she was there for a month. She paid you for a month. What are you suing her for?
She moved out without giving me a 30-day notice.
She doesn't have to give you a 30-day notice. You breached your agreement with her. She doesn't have to give you 30-day notice, period. You breached your agreement with her. Your agreement with her was that the two of you were going to be sharing this apartment together. You moved in a third party who was not paying rent.
No,
Next!
nobody moved in.
Next!
Nobody moved in.
Listen to me. Next. What are you suing her for?
Damages her dog did to my carpet.
Well, did you have a dog?
Yes, I did.
Did you have a dog?
Yeah, she's in dog care, though.
Just a second. You had a dog and she had a dog. So what you're talking about is some dog peeing on the carpet. Is that right? You have scientific proof to establish to my satisfaction, Miss Joyce, that it was her dog and not your dog?
We both know it was her dog.
Well, she doesn't know that.
I know. She knows. She knows. She would have me run inside before guys would come to the house to clean up her dog's poop. So when she brought the guy inside, the house would be clean.
Guys?
My dog stays in a cage, and he has his puppy pads.
Miss Joyce, grow up. It didn't work out. You did the wrong thing. You don't bring a third person into the house and say to your roommate, suck it up. You don't do that, because what you did was say, suck it up. You didn't pay your deposit, therefore, and you're not on the lease, so you can't tell me who to have in my house. She's already paid you $725 for the privilege of being able to say who she wants in her home. Do you understand that? Goodbye.
Parties on the calendar in the matter of Falk versus Price Bars. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Falk, you and the defendant lived together for 5 years, became engaged. That relationship terminated. You want your engagement ring back.
Yes, ma'am.
You want money that you claim to have loaned her so that she could obtain an attorney to get a divorce. And you want your dog back.
Well, that would be nice, yes.
Listen, let's eliminate what you really don't want. You want the dog or not?
I'm going to let her have the dog.
Perfect. See how easily we can pare down a lawsuit. Okay. So you want your ring back and your money back.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant says that the ring, while it was originally an engagement ring, turned out not to be an engagement ring. Anyway, let's get to it. When did you start to live together?
About late November 1995.
And when did the relationship terminate?
November of 2000.
When did you purchase this engagement ring?
In 1996, Your Honor. 11/19 of 96. Original price on it was $3,570. I have all receipts, etc. here for you. Could I submit all this at this time? It's all the evidences, photographs, and everything to back any claim I'm going to be making, Your Honor.
Okay. Now tell me about the loan for the lawyer.
Well, Miss Price and I got together, and she decided, well, she had told me that she left her ex-husband. She wanted to divorce him. She wanted to get together with me. I said, fine. I'll loan you the money for the lawyer. Just pay me back. Well, I never got paid back.
When did you loan her the money for the lawyer?
The receipt is in there. I believe it was in 1996 and 97. It would be right here. The original charge was made on 12/18 of 97.
And you continued to live together, sir, for 3 years after that?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you give her for the lawyer?
The total amount ended up being $1,030, including finance charges, et cetera, et cetera.
What was the amount without the finance charges?
$835, Your Honor.
And for the time that you lived together, Mr. Falk, the 3 years that you lived together after that, how many times did you bring up this $835 that you would
We
loan
fought
her?
about it a bunch of times.
That's a lot.
Tell me about that.
Well, I just told her it wasn't fair. I'm paying all the bills here. She wouldn't contribute to anything for the house, for any of the bills, for anything that she was, was getting. She wouldn't contribute to anything. I says, look, you've got to pay your own way for this stuff. Your ex-husband should have paid for his own divorce. That was between you and him. Why did I have to pay for it? I agreed to loan you the money.
So you fought over money. No, Mr. Falk, you're not following me, sir. You fought over money, but not in the 3 years, over specifically.
Yes, we fought specifically over that.
When was she supposed to pay you back this $835?
She said she'd start paying me back every week out of her check, and I've yet to see anything for it.
So, Mr. Falk, 3 years went by, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Your last name is now Bars?
Yes,
You're married?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where's the engagement ring?
Actually...
is not an answer. I want to know where the engagement ring is now.
I do not know. It could be in storage. He packed my stuff when I moved out. I'm missing 2 rings. I'm assuming they're in the storage box, which I can't get to because our place is very small. All my clothes, everything is in storage.
I don't believe you. Let me explain why. I don't believe you. Because if you are being sued for the return of a piece of property, then you go to the storage unit and you look for boxes. Now, I have moved several times.
Mm-hmm.
I put books in storage. I put pictures in storage. I put blankets in storage. I don't put jewelry in storage. However, if you believed that this ring was actually in storage and you wanted to give it back to him...
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's a different story.
Yes.
That's a different story. Now, you explain why you don't believe you have to return it to him, because I don't believe that you don't know where it is in storage.
Okay.
All right, good.
Okay, the ring, like he said, was purchased in November. I didn't know he got it. It was presented to me Christmas morning as a Christmas gift. We had decided to use that as an engagement ring.
Mm-hmm.
Subsequently, that was...
What do you mean you had decided to use it as an engagement ring? What did the ring look like?
It's a gold band with paved diamonds. It's very pretty. And subsequently, we had decided not to get married. And the ring was never asked for back to be returned. I always had it. I was kicked out once. He asked for it back. I gave it to him. He gave it back to me. At this point, I didn't consider it. It was just a pretty ring, not an engagement ring.
You met someone else, according to what I've read from your answer. You met someone else at your job.
Yes.
And that's the reason that your relationship with Mr. Falk terminated.
Mainly, yes.
And you subsequently married. I assume this is your husband.
Yes, it is.
Then the right thing to do is to return this ring that he purchased and that you had originally determined was an engagement ring. It's the right thing to do.
Okay, Your Honor, the reason that I was not going to, had a phone call in which my husband was a witness. He talked to him from Mr. Falk calling me, telling me if I would give him one of the dogs, he would drop the whole thing. If I would not give up one of the dogs, that this was just the beginning. That's word for word what he said, and my husband heard it.
Did you give him back one of the dogs?
No, they're both my dogs.
Okay.
No, not.
So let us assume that he said that to you, either the ring or the dog. Now, if you could have established that to my satisfaction and you did, in fact, give him back the dog, well, then that was a quid pro quo.
Yeah.
He would have accepted it if I believed that.
Right.
But you didn't give him back the dog.
No.
So it's clear from what you just said to me that he considered this an engagement ring that he wanted back.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Alan Falk says ex-fiancée Lori Price Bars won't return the engagement ring. Alan also says he paid for Lori's divorce.
Let me ask you this question. Over the 5 years that you were together, did Mr. Falk buy you other pieces of jewelry?
Yes.
Give me an example.
A gold anklet.
Okay.
And pair of earrings.
Okay.
And that was it.
And
what else? What else, Mr. Falk?
tennis bracelets, a diamond necklace. There were 2 sets of earrings.
No, there weren't.
I don't know where else. I've got the receipts for all of it.
Mr. Falk.
I have receipts for all of it, ma'am.
You see-
Furthermore, may I interject one thing? She said she had no knowledge of the ring. I'd like to let it known right now, she picked out the ring at Zales Jewelers at Meadows Mall in Las Vegas, Nevada. She picked out the ring.
No, I picked it out. I didn't know he bought it until I got it Christmas
You
morning.
knew we bought it because I made an $800 down payment on it.
Mr. Falk, don't speak to her, sir.
I'm sorry.
Ms. Bars, what he hasn't done is he hasn't asked for any of this other jewelry back. Did you give him the other jewelry back?
No.
Because those, he understands, were gifts.
Right.
But this ring that he purchased, that you acknowledge was at some point, may have been presented to you at Christmas time, but at that time, you decided to get married. That was the intention when he gave you the ring.
Right.
According to my logic, an engagement ring is given in contemplation of marriage. If the marriage does not take place, the eventuality of the contract is not realized, and the ring goes back to the person who gave it.
Okay, even with him kicking me out several times and never asking for it back?
But you came back.
Well, he didn't know I was going to.
But you came
Yeah,
back.
okay, gotcha.
Lovers have quarrels. That's what happens. And the right thing to do is to return the ring to him. So I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you have the ring?
No, I'll go through storage. I'm assuming it's in the storage.
Okay. Mr. Falk, I want you to pay careful attention to what my ruling is. I believe that you are absolutely entitled to the return of this ring. And you paid $3,570 for it.
Correct.
The fact that you put it on layaway and may be paying it off and still paying it off,
no,
that's not her problem. That's your problem. If you buy an engagement ring, you pay for it right up front. Otherwise, you're still paying for something, and you may turn out to be not too happy with it a couple of years down the road. So Ms. Bars is going to have 5 days from today's date to locate the ring. If she does not, court will enter judgment in your favor in the amount of $3,570. However, I do not believe that there was a formal agreement between the two of you for this 1997 loan of $835 for the attorney. I believe that in the course of living together, you decided that she should formalize her situation. You paid the lawyer $835. And for the next 3 years you lived together, and you may have fought over money, all sorts of money. Money for rent, money for household, money for living, money for insurance, money for cars, general money, where she was not contributing to the household. But there was never any agreement, I don't believe, between the two of you that she was going to repay you in any formalized way this amount of $835 for the lawyer. I assume you ultimately got your divorce.
Yes, ma'am. I did.
Hope so.
So I am entering that judgment for you, sir. Either 5 days you get the ring back, or the court will enter the judgment for $3,570. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you.
You may step out.
Miss Price is a liar. She slept behind my back for the last year with other people.
When he found out that I married Joe as the first time, he asked for the ring back.
She's done nothing but use and abuse and lie to me our entire relationship.
I'm just going to stay with him. I trust him.
And now the next case.
All parties on Sandoval versus Lopez. Step forward, please.
32-year-old beer vendor Rudy Sandoval is suing his ex-fiancée, 31-year-old store manager Hortensia Lopez, for credit card charges. Hortensia says the charges have been paid and the money came from a joint account.
Mr. Sandoval, how long were you and the defendant involved in a relationship?
Approximately about 1 year.
How long did you live together?
About 11 months, 11 and a half months.
All right, so you moved in shortly after you met.
That's correct.
Did she move into your house?
I moved into her house, to her apartment.
About what point in the relationship did you have this joint credit card, which is a big no-no?
December of '99.
And you lived together until when?
November 19th of
2000. It is your claim, Mr. Sandoval, that at the time that you separated, and I assume you moved out of her house.
No, Your Honor, we purchased a home in July of 2000.
In whose name?
Both our names are on the house.
It is your claim that she owes you for some credit card purchases on the MasterCard that you jointly had. Not a stupendous amount of money considering the other major purchases that you indulged in, $517.74. You have your statement?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Can I see it, please? By the way, while you're looking for that, what's happening with the house that you jointly own?
We're in the process of selling it.
That's correct. Your Honor, with the house issue, we own the house together. She did not pay a dime on the house. She basically left other bills, you know, gas bills, light bills that she did not pay on. We had a joint checking account together. She had an insurance payment withdrawal monthly out of that checking account. Well, she no longer contributed any money after October, and basically it's the same issue here with the credit card issue.
Were you putting money into a joint account?
Yes, we were.
Yes.
And out of that money, Mr. Sandoval, bills were being paid, I assume, by check.
That is correct.
Who was paying the bills?
I was.
Both.
I mean, who was physically writing out the checks?
I was, Your Honor.
And when you physically wrote out the checks, you determined how much you were going to pay towards each bill that you had. Is that right?
That is correct.
And on this account, the charges, and I assume the charges that you're attributing to Ms. Lopez, have stars on them.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And they start in August of 2000.
That is correct.
And it is clear to me that you were paying not the entire bill as each bill came due, but you were paying certain minimums on the credit card, right?
That is correct.
And you, sir, were making a determination of how much of the joint monies went to pay this bill.
That is correct.
Now, you don't expect me to go back to August of 2000 and say, well, you decided to pay the minimum payment, $77 or $85 or $100 on all these charges. So you allocated that money. And you expect me to figure out whether you made correct allocations and therefore she owes you percentages of this? You expect me to do that? I get it. Okay. Up until what time were you both contributing money to the bank account?
November. I have record of that.
Let me see, please.
Your Honor, so what you're saying...
This is for the full year. I was putting my income into the account until November, the last time he took my credit cards and cell phone from
I
me.
just want to see the... Would you just ask her to show me? Don't give me this whole thing. You know, I have limited patience and I'm old. I don't have that many years. Just show me the deposit that you made in November.
Your Honor, can I say something?
No, don't wait until she gives me the piece of paper and then Byrd takes his position. Then everything is orderly. I like orderly. Okay. Okay. So now you understand my position, sir. You have an ongoing balance here.
That is correct.
Right?
It's a joint...
It may be a joint account, but you made the determination as to how much was paid out of that joint account towards these bills. And you want her to reimburse you for all of these purchases. So what you're expecting a judge to do is to determine whether or not you made the proper allocation of your joint monies in paying this MasterCard. All right? How much were you putting in the account in, let's say, August, July and August?
About $2,000, a little bit under $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month. And how much were you putting in the account, sir?
Close to $4,000. So if you kind of put all that money there, if you split everything in half, I was contributing more than...
You may have been.
And I'm not...
You may have been contributing more. What I'm saying to you is there are rules of law that are applicable to people who are married. That is, if you are in a community property state, you have joint debts. Courts go through the papers. They say this is what you own as a couple, as a married couple. This is what the marital debt is. We will separate the marital debt. We will separate the marital asset. Each one of you gets half. Goodbye and good luck. What you are suggesting, sir, is that I take a look at your finances that go back a year and determine whether it was fair for you to allocate so much money towards this account, or could you have paid off this account, paid off so that there wouldn't be, by the time you separated in November, any balance at all. I'm telling you, if she had purchased things that she did not pay for, and you had a current balance on this MasterCard, I would say, madam, you are absolutely responsible for those charges that you made. But I do not plan to be your accountant. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. The calendar in the matter of Garcia versus Cisneros. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Ms. Garcia, you and the defendant had a long-term relationship, and according to what I've read, you have a child together.
Yes.
How old is the child?
He's 4.
You claim that sometime in 1999, the defendant had gotten a series of tickets as a result of being in an accident.
Yes.
What kind of tickets were they, sir?
I was my license was suspended, and I went to court and I had to pay $1,600.
And according to you, Ms. Garcia, the defendant asked you if you could loan him $3,000 to pay those parking tickets.
Yes.
After some time, you did in fact agree to pay the parking tickets with your tax refund.
Yes.
Did you give him a check for $3,000, or did you pay those tickets directly?
I gave him the money. It was all cash. When I went to deposit the check, I took out half of that money, and then the rest I just gave it to him because I'm only allowed to take out $200 out of my bank account at a day.
Why?
That's just my agreement with my bank. It's a credit limit.
This isn't credit limit. You put in a government check from the Internal Revenue Service. How much was the check that you deposited?
It was $3,439.
So you deposited a U.S. check, a check from the Treasury, of over $3,000.
Yes.
How did you get the cash?
I have the transaction here.
Let me see.
That's the amount I deposited, and that's the amount that I put in. That's all they let me take out, the difference of that.
You have your bank statement?
Yes.
Let me take a look at it. Maybe I can make heads or tails after I take a look at the bank statement. Okay. When did she give you this money, sir?
I never received no money from Raquel.
How did you pay your tickets, your accident tickets?
I didn't have to ask her for the money. I paid the tickets on my own, my money. I have a job. I work. And
well, you didn't pay the tickets when they were originally due, sir. So there were penalties. Correct?
No, the ticket, it was for $1,600. When they gave me the judgment, $1,600, and they gave me 2 months to pay. And, in time, 2 months to pay the full amount.
Yeah.
And I paid it like on April, the end of April. And I paid the whole amount.
I have statements here of the bank that...
And I think I was kicked out of her house.
Just a minute. You have statements from the bank that say what?
Tickets, the tickets that he got. And he was not kicked out of the house. He was cheating on me, so he left the house.
Just a second.
Your Honor, that does not have her address on it.
No, he left it in my house.
She kept my stuff.
Well, this doesn't say you owe him $1,600, sir. This says you owe him almost $2,000. When do you say you paid this money, sir?
The end of April of this year.
And how much did you pay?
I paid $1,650.
No.
Your Honor, I don't believe that's that same ticket then. Because I do have 2 tickets. At that time, I had told her about a ticket. It was just one ticket. And then they caught me again, and they gave me another ticket.
Caught you again for what?
For driving with us on a suspended license.
How much was that ticket?
That one was more.
How much?
I don't remember the full amount. About $2,200 and something.
You were living together at the time?
Yes.
How did he say he was going to repay you?
He was going to get a check from the union for $5,000, which is his vacation pay. And he said he would give me that amount.
Okay. The second part of your lawsuit, Ms. Garcia, is about damage to your car on the day that you terminated your relationship with Mr. Cisneros. According to you, you found the defendant in your car with another woman. You had an argument, and sometime later, he did a lot of damage to your car.
Yes, he did.
Tell me about that incident.
Well, he went to my house, and that's how I got the restraining order against him. He went to my house and tried to pick up some of his belongings. And I let him go inside the room, take out everything he wanted that was his. He tried to take some of my stuff, so I told him, no, just your belongings. You came for your stuff. So when he went in there, he threw a CD case at me because I told him that was mine. He just picked it up and he threw it at me. He said, fine, and he cursed at me. My son went into the room, and I told him to leave because I didn't want him to see me and his father arguing. And I told him, no, let him stay there. Let him stay. Let him see what type of person you really are.
Let's get outside because your car isn't in the house.
Yeah, so then we went to his mom's house. I went to his mom's house, and I saw him walking towards it.
Why'd you go to his mother's house for?
Because he had called her saying some bad things about me, and I just wanted to correct that. And when I was backing out of the driveway, he kicked my car. He was arguing over my son's toy. My son had a toy, and he had it on top of the back of the dashboard, on the back seat. And he saw it, and he goes, that's my son's toy. And I said, no, I bought that for him. He goes, no, that's my son's toy. I said, no, I bought that for him. And he just was really upset. I mean, when he gets mad, he gets really violent. So he just kicked my car.
All right. And you
I
have
have
a
the
police
pictures
report?
and everything.
You have a police report on that and the photographs? Let me take a look at it.
That's everything I have in the car.
You want to tell me about this incident, Mr. Cisneros?
Yes, the day we broke up, I went to her house to get my belongings. When she told me, okay, come in, exactly the way she said. I went into the room to get my belongings, and I tried to grab some pants that she had bought me, along with some other pants of mine. She pulled those away from me, breaking the hanger, just making a big old scene. I go, you know what? I'm not going to fight with you. You want to have all this? Go ahead. I started walking away. I got on the phone. I called my mother at her house on my cell phone. Could I stay there because I had nowhere to go?
Yeah.
She says, okay, go ahead. So I started walking. It's only a block away. She followed me to my mother's house. I was maybe 4 or 5 houses away from my mother's house. She speeded up, entered my mother's driveway. I walked into my mom's gate, walked past her, walked into my mom's door because it was open. She was waiting for me at the door. That was it. She was getting out the car, and my mom goes, oh, I thought you guys are broken up. What's she doing here? I go, don't worry, I'll tell her to leave. I opened the screen door and asked her, Rachel, can you leave? You don't have nothing to do here. So I'm not leaving. I don't have to leave. You ain't nobody to tell me to leave. I go, can you please leave before I call cops? Do what you want. I'm not leaving. This is not your house. This is your mother's house. Anyways, I didn't come to talk to you.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Listen to me. You're not following me. You just said he was never violent to women. What did you need a restraining order for?
Because he would also beat up on my son.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Raquel Garcia says the father of her child, Luis Cisneros, owes her for an unpaid loan and for the damage caused when he kicked her car. Luis says Raquel is lying about everything.
How did her car get dented?
I do not know how that
My son will tell you. My son was there.
You don't want me to interview him, do you?
If you'd care, yeah. He saw everything. He knows how his dad is.
You mean to tell me you had your son in the car?
I had him in the car with me because I didn't have anybody to watch him. I went to go talk to his mom. His mom wasn't there. She had dropped off the kids at school.
Why did you, in this state of being angry with him, decide that this was the appropriate time to go to see his mother?
No, I wasn't angry.
Of course you were angry.
I wasn't. I was crying. I was crying. I wasn't
Let's
angry.
say angry. Okay, angry, upset. You were you just told me that you found him with another woman sitting in your car.
No, that
You had
was
a
2
big-
days prior.
You had a big argument with him. Told him to get his stuff. He was getting his stuff out of the house. You had an argument with him over his property, whether it was his property or things you bought for him. There was discussions going on.
No, we were arguing over a sweater that I had bought for myself.
Whatever. You were arguing.
Yeah, we were.
So, why did you take that moment for if he's leaving and if he's gone out of the house to put your son in the middle of a potential problem?
Because
you're not receiving, you're speaking.
Because that
You're
day,
not receiving, you're speaking.
Okay,
Why did you choose that moment to put your son in a position of risk by going to his mother's house where you knew he was going? Stupid.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to
Stupid.
her.
No, because what you say does not have a ring of truth to it. You told me that he had a violent temper, that you had restraining orders against him, all this other stuff. And instead of just staying in your house and staying cool, you didn't tell me he was violent?
The restraining order was filed on June 19th.
You didn't tell me he was violent before?
Yeah.
Of course you did. So if you told me he was violent before, and he was a little violent then...
But he was never violent with women. He would always beat up guys.
So what did you need a restraining order for?
Because he would push me.
Listen to me. You're not following me. You just said he was never violent to women. Only to other guys. So I said if he was never violent to women, what did you need a restraining order for?
Because he would also beat up on my son. His mom has the pictures to prove that.
Miss Garcia, I have a problem with a lot of things that you tell me. I do. I mean, not necessarily that I believe everything that he told me, but I have problems with a lot of things that you told me. I don't believe that you gave him $3,000.
I did.
I don't believe you.
I honestly, I did.
Well,
his mom, I told his mom all the time. You can ask her. I told his mom all the time.
That what?
I'm loaning him this money. She goes, for what? I said, so I could give him, so he could pay the accident ticket.
Step up. You're Miss Cisneros?
Yes.
Did you ever have a conversation with Miss Garcia with regard to her giving your son money to pay off his tickets?
She said she was going to lend him the money, but I don't know if she really did or not.
Just a second. Did she mention the amount of money she was going to give him?
No.
Okay. You deposited $1,679 of this check into your checking account, leaving a balance of $1,760, which you could have gotten back in cash.
They wouldn't give it to me.
Well, I don't know what you did with it, madam. I have no idea what you did with it.
See, the reason they wouldn't let me have all that money because all I had was $1 in there when I deposited that amount, and they told me I couldn't take out anything until the check was cleared. And when the check
There is no deposit in your bank in an amount of $3,439.
Because I withdrew half of that. That's why there was no deposit in that amount, because I withdrew half of that same day.
That's exactly what I said. And there is no other withdrawal here for another $1,500, which would have come to $3,000.
Because I can't take that much money out of my bank account. It's a savings account.
And there were no other withdrawals here within the next 30 days.
It's all the highlighted.
I see that. $61, $15, $2, $10.
Yeah,
I see that, but I don't see where there's a bulk check there, madam, for $1,500.
That's how much other banks would charge me to take that amount of money.
You got a story for everything.
He would, no, look.
No. Listen to me.
Where he would spend that money are here with these girls.
I'm not talking, I don't care about that. You say you gave him $3,000. I don't see where you got it from.
I showed you the refund. That's where I got that money from my tax refund.
Miss Garcia, pay careful attention, madam. If you had come here today and said to me, I gave him $1,700 to pay his parking tickets, I could see that. But when you make up nonsense that you gave him $3,000, that I don't believe.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Were they black and blue marks?
Yes.
I spanked him, but I did not beat him. I did not hit him.
Whatever, you spanked him.
Yes.
There were marks. Those are the marks that your mother saw.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Raquel Garcia says the father of her child, Luis Cisneros, owes her for an unpaid loan and for the damage caused when he kicked her car. Luis says Raquel is lying about everything.
Now, with regard to this damage to the car, sir.
I did not kick her car.
Yeah.
We were playing around and she bumped into her car with her rear.
No, she did. She said one side to her rear. The other side, she said you did.
He goes, no. He goes, I feel really bad. I did that to your car. But he pushed me. We had me in a headlock. We were messing around, and I said that we were playing around.
You mean this was like a joke thing that sort of got out of hand?
He had me in a headlock. I tipped over with my heel, and I hit the car. But that's the other side. There's two sides to that car that were dented.
Well, the other side, I did not kick her car, and I don't know where she's getting that from.
It says in the police report. And that's what I'm telling you. You could talk to my son. My son witnessed it.
I hate to do that. Yeah. I hate to put 4-year-old in the middle of a dispute between you two people. I really do.
It's not a dispute. Yeah. My son doesn't like him. You should ask him what he did to him.
When did Miss Garcia, he allegedly beat up your son?
It happened the week before Easter because his mom
What
took
year?
him away from me this year.
When you say his mother took him away from you, what does that mean?
Because she took him away from me because she thought I did that to him.
Is that right, Mrs. Neros?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, but Mario told me that both of them had hit him, and he had marks on his little butt.
No,
But
shh, just a second.
He told me both of them had hit him.
Did he
so
say
that's
when?
why I told him, you guys are not going to take him out of my house.
Just a second. Did he say when?
No, he didn't.
How did you find out?
Because I took him a bath.
Were they black and blue marks?
Yes.
Were there numerous black and blue marks?
No.
Hmm?
Not a lot.
Did you ask him how it happened?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
And he said, Mommy and Daddy did it.
He said both did it?
Yes.
Ever seen any other marks on him?
No.
Not since then?
No.
Did you ever see any before?
No.
Mr. Cisneros,
Yes.
why did you hit your son?
That day, he was acting up, but I spanked him in his rear. But I did not beat him, I did not hit him, as I were to hit anybody. I spanked him, told him to stop doing that, and he pays attention to me. He stopped right away, and she has a little thing where she calls timeout. I told him, go on timeout. So he went and he sat in a little sofa bed, and he sat down. And that's it.
So you were the only one who hit him? His
Yes.
mother did not hit him at that time?
No. He kept on acting up. I told him, stop, or I'm going to spank you. And he goes,
Whatever, you spanked him.
yes.
There were marks. Those are the marks that your mother saw. And they
I don't
were-
know what bruises they're talking about because they didn't let me see him. I don't know what they're talking about.
Your
the
mother
bruises.
saw bruises on your
Yeah,
son.
they saw bruises.
She
I
saw
never saw him
bruises
naked or
sufficient-
bruises on him.
Hey, quiet. Did you tell your mother that you were the only one who hit him that day?
I had told my mom I spanked him, but I did not. Well, I told him I spanked him, yes.
Did you say that Miss Garcia also hit him?
No, I did not say nothing about her.
So you say
I
you
didn't-
did?
Yes.
And it was after that that your mother gave him back?
No.
How long did you keep the child,
I kept
Mrs.
him like
Nurse?
for a week. and a
You
half,
did?
I think, yes.
Good for you. How many times did he hit him?
I'm telling you, he would lock the door whenever he would do this. He would hit him all the time. He would hit him all the time. My mom witnessed that, and she would even bang on the door telling us, leave him alone.
So what'd you let him stay in your house for?
I tried to give him a chance.
You tried to give him a chance.
I tried, because he
Listen
hadn't
to
seen
me.
his son for
Listen to
3
me.
years.
Listen to me. You said to me, this is a violent man. He was violent with you. You said, no, he's only violent with other men. I said, if he's only violent with other men, why did you get a restraining order against him? You said to me, well, he's violent with children, too. Well, children? Which children?
My son.
Your child. Then you tell me that after being violent on more than one occasion, clearly, with your child, you let him stay in the house?
Yes,
Why?
because I thought I loved him.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You have an estimate for the damage on this one side of the car only, please.
It's over there. It's a little paper, and that was an estimate from a friend.
Repair right fender and left fender. Cost $335, but he didn't cause the damage to both fenders, only to one.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cheap.
He's a friend of mine.
Miss Garcia, I cannot make heads or tails, madam, of this alleged loan to pay his tickets. What I believe that you did was try to figure out a way to get $3,000 when all you gave him was probably about $1,500. And that's going to cost you $1,500. I am, however, giving you $200 to have your fender fixed. This bill is $335 for both fenders. $200 should cover at least the one that he did by kicking it. You have some clothes there? Is that your counterclaim?
Yes, all my belongings.
What do you mean all your belongings?
Jackets, clothes, underwear, shoes, watches, jewelry, paperwork.
Watches and jewelry?
No, the watch he took, and the jewelry he took.
How much money have you paid weekly in child support for your son?
She still has not proved to me child support. She lied to me that it's not my son.
Mr. Cisneros, how much have you given her for child
I
support?
have not
in
given her
6
nothing. Nothing.
Good. So with all the money that you saved, go out and buy a